The Wild Wild West.
Hey.
What up? Dude, that's sick.
Oh my God, we're back again.
Dude, it's a cool way to do it, though. Just hold it down and fucking...
Oh, like this.
Hold the mic. Like a ringside announcer.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
In the red corner.
Yeah, you gotta have the guy holding it around you.
True.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the ref. That's touching gloves. They put it under his arm.
Do you think in our lifetime we'll ever see, like, basically, like, gay combat? Like, for real. Not fucking around. Talking about, like, real deal HBO Saturday night at the Garden.
Sissy fights.
I'm talking, but it's like,
Are they
sexual
tough? Or, yeah.
I mean, would you get in the ring with one of those guys? it's like ultimate surrender, but it would just be gay guys taking each other to the mats.
The ultimate surrender.
Yeah.
Surrender your asshole.
Yeah, dude.
It's ultimate surrender.
Yeah. Do you think
So
we'll ever
you're
see it in our
saying, you're
lifetime?
saying legit ultimate surrender, like
Yeah.
it's become a sport.
You could do that at Pride Week, at least. You could have dudes like slam 69 at each other at Pride Week. We could set this up. This could be
Ultimate
like
surrender is pretty
this
cool.
could be the dog monkey rodeo, dude. We could get on. We
Monkey
get ahead
dog
of it.
rodeo. Dog rodeo, monkey rodeo.
Monkey rodeo.
I didn't know it was that. I didn't know it was that niche. That the only place I saw it was the Harrisburg Senators game. I was like, you guys ever see Monkey Rodeo? The only videos Harrisburg Senators.
Yeah, you'd think that would be at every minor league baseball game.
Yeah, those they make the rounds.
The guys
They
on
make the
tour.
rounds. You could catch them at the Iron Pigs.
Really?
Oh yeah,
I missed them. I never saw.
Monkey Rodeo.
Didn't even know it existed until today.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. No, I've told you about it. I told you about it 5 years ago.
Monkey rodeo?
Monkey Rodeo.
The hell was I doing? It's probably thinking about guys taking each other down in combat.
So guys, so you're saying, do you think
I'm
Ultimate
just curious.
Surrender will make it to the big leagues?
I mean, did you think like 30-year-old white dudes would be boxing each other for like primetime HBO boxing? That I didn't see that coming. So now I'm like, what's coming up next?
What do you mean, like
Jake Paul or whatever? I didn't see that coming. You know, the white dudes would 30-year-old white dudes would step back in and be like, "Well, we got boxing.
We'll take it from here.
We're
going to save the sport. We're tired of watching very good Latinos. It's time for the whites,
the elder whites,
the YouTube
dude.
whites, to come in.
It's the biggest thing, dude. Watching YouTubers fight. It's
a really great marketing thing.
He did it. It's the biggest thing. I mean, again, I don't follow boxing like that, but it's definitely like when you see like Gutierrez versus Gutierrez, and you're like, fucking who cares, dude? Who cares?
It's always at the Garden. It's always at the Hulu Theater at the Garden.
Yeah.
And it's always packed. It's packed with Puerto Ricans, dude. New York loves it. Puerto Ricans and Dominican, they love it.
Just fighting each other.
They love boxing, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like it doesn't really break the, you know.
I was bummed to see Jake Paul lose, to be honest.
But he lost by like a point.
Yeah.
He needed to lose. Otherwise, everyone's going to say it was scripted. So he needed to take an L. I mean, it's a Rocky franchise. He couldn't go on and just keep winning. People would be like, this sucks. He now has a redemption tale. Who was the guy he fought? The guy was like
Fury. Tommy Fury.
Real deal. He's a real deal boxer, right? What did Tyson say about that? Someone fighting his little brother.
The dad said he would have disowned him if he lost to Jake Paul. Which is why I really wanted him to win. I was happy he won. But he's like a reality star too. He was on like Love Island.
Tommy Fury?
Yeah. It's not as good as Tyson.
Yeah.
No,
Makes sense.
Nobody is.
It's not as good as the heavyweight champion of the world.
True.
Love Island.
He beat up
Love Island.
What the hell is Love Island?
What the hell is Stuff Island?
Yeah, someone's creeping into your territory.
Yeah, Love Island.
Careful.
They saw your act.
Yeah, everyone's getting in on the island game.
Tommy from Love Island.
It's true. Also, Apple came out with there's some type of island thing, Magic Island, on their phone or whatever.
Everybody's copying it.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's just a bar at the top. Something. I don't know.
Oh, the fucking, when you're using a thing. Is that, like, if I'm listening to Spotify, I can click this and it goes right to the thing you're using. It's useless and stupid.
Does anyone use Siri?
No.
They need to get rid of that. It's
Siri,
like the fucking U2 album. It's just, what is it doing here? The only thing it does is occasionally I accidentally hit it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it stops my music.
Yeah.
That's it.
It doesn't understand what I'm saying ever.
Of course not. You go, Siri, was Russiagate real? I'm sorry, Chris.
No, the only time I use Siri is when I can't find my phone. I can't find my phone, and I just yell Siri in my room.
Does it work?
Until it goes like, boing. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty good. That's
I just walk
I never
around
even
going,
thought of that.
Siri!
That's genius.
Siri, come here, bitch.
And it's just under a
I don't
bunch
think
of
mine's
laundry.
voice activated. Yell Siri. I don't think it works. See if you can call my phone.
Siri. Hey, Siri.
Nah, man. My end doesn't do that.
Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri.
It doesn't work.
That doesn't happen, you lying.
Hey, Siri.
You lying crud.
I swear it used to work. Hey, Siri.
Well, don't yell into the mic.
She's gone, brother.
Chris, will you just, before we get started,
Oh my God, dude.
I just want, before
Oh
we
my
get started,
God. You know, I almost, when you brought it up, I almost was like, it's not a good idea. I should bail. I know when you're in this
No.
mood. I know when you're in this mood.
What, hungover?
What's going to happen?
Chris.
And it's just
oh
like,
my God, just let me get one sentence out.
Why?
Just let me get one sentence out.
Why?
Can I say it?
The nation needs this, dude.
Can I
This
say it?
moment.
Yeah,
The
we-
nation does
on,
not.
man.
This
need
is good discourse.
This is all
discourse.
the nation sees of me. This is all the nation
No, no,
sees
no.
of me is just
Flip the
fielding
script.
this.
Flip the script. Go
fielding this
conservative.
question.
Chris, all you have to do is answer the question.
All you got to do is say you support the January 6th.
Because
insurrection.
because I got a long answer and then I'm down a
You don't
hole of just
have to
explaining.
give a long answer.
Yeah.
Just, will you apologize?
Bend the knee. Will I
Will you-
bend the knee?
No, no.
Will I bend the knee?
We got in, we
Will
argued
you-
for 5 fucking years, and you were wrong. Can you just fucking say,
Jesus
my
Christ.
bad? Just, Chris,
No.
say, Shane, I was sorry about Russiagate. That's all I want. Just say, Shane, I'm sorry.
No.
It was a very tumultuous time in
I
this
feel
country.
like my views on this issue have been misrepresented. and I do not want to take the time to correct
Are you
the
gonna do
record.
it, Chris? Fine. You live. I mean, it's all you have to do is say sorry,
Dude,
and it's over.
there's nothing I hate more than having to come on here every time
Did apologize
and
for
correct the
Russiagate?
record. Yeah, get yelled at for not
I mean,
apologizing.
there were
Just think-
parts of it that lined up. There were parts of it that were legit.
Yeah, there were.
Like what?
All you have to do is say sorry once, and I'll never talk about it again. All you have to do is say, I'm sorry
can't do
about
that.
Russiagate.
I can't do
If
that.
you say the words, I'm sorry about
can't- I
Russiagate,
can't.
I will never say it to you again.
I'm sorry about Russiagate, but nothing that I said about it. Nothing that I said about it. I'm sorry
Just
that
say,
happened.
just say, just again.
I'm sorry that
let's
you feel
just put
like
this all
it's-
behind us.
I'm
Just,
sorry
just
that
say you
you
let
feel
your
like
country
I
down.
had anything to do
All
with
you gotta
it.
do is say you let your country down.
Say you failed
the
the
stuff that
country.
you said pretty much caused January 6th.
Kind of did.
I caused January 6th?
Slightly.
I don't think so.
We're all guilty.
I don't think I was awake when it
No, I'm
happened.
kidding. I'm kidding. We're kidding. We're joshing. We're joshing.
But before we go any further, all I need you to say is I'm sorry about Russiagate, and I'll never talk about it again.
I'm sorry you feel that I had anything to do with Russiagate.
All right, fine. We'll move on.
Oh,
So who are you
boy.
voting for? You excited about Biden still?
Dude, I've been on just a slow leak into just
Are you doing a dem exit?
I
hashtag
just
Dem Exit?
can't watch that stuff anymore. I
The
just
news?
can't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where'd they
I
lose?
can't. I
What-
like
what
every
lost
time.
you?
What?
What lost you?
When Russiagate didn't happen? When it wasn't real? It was liberal QAnon.
No, I
It
think
really
just,
was.
No, I know.
Billy's first to say, Podesta didn't get arrested. Yeah. I was wrong.
I,
You can't do it.
I don't even know what that was, but
Podesta?
Podesta was going to get arrested on like Easter. It was like a Q drop.
Yeah, Hillary was supposed to get arrested.
Hillary,
They were all
yeah.
supposed to get arrested.
everyone's supposed to get arrested.
Obama
And
was
then
allegedly
yeah.
bisexual.
Yeah.
Whatever. So, yeah.
It's that nonstop, and then yeah,
Every day they'd be like, "Today's the day. It's coming."
Yes.
Be like, oh, we'll see.
Finally. It was same old.
yeah, and there's a lot of like some of the people that I used to listen to now that Trump's gone, their numbers are down.
Yeah.
They're fully crazy.
Well, dude,
Yeah.
the news can't have a day to be like, yeah, you know what, man? There's really not much happening. Guys, just turn it off. Like, every day has to be like, oh
Yeah.
my god,
Breaking.
Dude, that's
Breaking.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like, dude, it's not. There's really nothing going on.
And they still do a thing where they watch this completely unhinged speech from Trump, and then it'll just be like, "This seems like not that bad."
Starting to make some sense to
No,
you.
it's not that he's making sense, but it's just like
Brother,
when you've seen him at his best.
he's starting to make some sense. You get a little older, you get a little wiser, you start going, wait a second, this is my money. Why do I have to give it to everybody else?
No, but it's like if you're gonna say
Wait a
it's
second.
dude, the unhinged for Trump that's a high standard. So you can't just have him talking
Shut
normal.
Guys, let's talk politics.
Yeah.
Let's all say we don't care.
Yeah, I don't.
All right.
Nothing's going on that's cool in news, dude. I'm telling you.
Dilbert guy's going wild. Dude.
What'd you call him, Sean? Clot Adams, because he got the vaccine. That's not nice. The that's what they're calling him now.
Clot
Adams, because he went on and defended the vaccine. Basically, called everyone dumb for not getting
But
it.
then he went full fucking segregation,
Bro.
Like, full segregation.
Dude,
Well,
if you look at his views, there's a hint because he was like doing his thing, like I'm using reason and logic, and then the vax debate didn't come out on his side, so he that's when he capitulated and was like, "You guys win," blah blah blah, and people were still hounding him. He's getting crushed, dude. Again, we talked about it. He's an old man, a baby boomer in the fucking live chat. They're calling him like a simp and shit. He's like freaking out.
Dude, I did Legion of Skanks last night. Lewis keeps the live chat on his phone during the show.
Why would he do that?
It was insane. I was on the show. I'd tell a joke and then be like,
Dude, Will
couldn't
Scott.
stop reading the comments. It was a live comments. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Claude Adams also he married a young hot lady and then got
Chris
divorced and
O'Clotter.
spat.
Well, did you hear why I got divorced?
This is gonna be the whole show.
Did you hear why I got
I got
divorced?
nothing else.
Did you hear why I got divorced?
What?
You hear why I got divorced? He had a babe and he was quarantining from her. He wouldn't let her see him. So he was like staying away from her.
What?
And he got cuckolded. That's what I've heard. I don't want to.
That's a great fan theory.
I don't want to
quarantined
besmirch the
the
name
pussy?
of a great American philosophizer.
Yeah.
Scott Adams. Get away from black people.
What happened?
Dude, you don't know
That's
the
a
backstory?
wild. I don't know why he said
So okay, so he's been getting crushed for like all the vax stuff. So he's like a big like I'm just about like logic and stuff, and like people are just like, dude, you're a dumbass. You're not that. Sam Harris, same thing. He's freaking out. Some internet smarty pants, and so they're getting they
I
got
hate
internet
the
smarty pants,
I
dude.
hate the internet smarty
They
pants.
pulled their pants down. Both
Yeah.
guys have got their pants pulled down, and then so he just his like numbers are tanking. So then he did this. There was this poll, it was like a Rasmussen poll. So they polled 1,000 people, 1,000 black voters, black Americans, and they said, "Is it okay to be white?" 26% said no. 27% said I don't know, meaning like, or 23% were like I don't even know. Or 23% said no. 20-something% said like I don't know, like basically
48% said I ain't got time for this.
that was kind of I don't know. Yeah, to some guy like I don't know, man. So then
Is it okay to be white? Was the question?
That was the question.
That's a fucked up question. It's funny. 26% of black people are funny.
23%
and they said no.
23% of white people said no. Apparently,
Yeah.
we asked the same question. 23% of white people said no, allegedly, for the same question. But Scott Adams is not a dummy, dude. So he's like, he just read that and he goes, okay, so about half of black Americans don't think it's okay. Dude, sample size, by the way. Surprised you guys didn't have sample size. N
You
equals
said it.
1,000. 1,000.
You said it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm retarded.
And also,
always
what was the
bothered
equation
me.
you used?
N equals 1,000. N equals sample size.
Jeez.
Internet smarty pants, dude.
I got internet smarty pants. I'm so happy I know about sample size now, dude. I went to
Yeah.
school.
That always bothered me. I remember I learned that in college. That
Yeah,
thing,
it's-
where it's just like, yeah, if you ask 1,000 people, then you know what everyone thinks. It's like, how could that possibly be true?
Well, apparently also the term it's okay to be white is like tied in with like a slogan against critical race theory.
It
so
is.
it's like a loaded term in and of itself.
They're putting flyers around campuses that were like, "It's okay to be white," and
Yeah.
people were spazzing.
Yeah. On the back of
pretty-
like a bubble
pretty
vest.
funny.
Fucking. Yeah, so then he read that thing and just went off, dude. Just being like, I used to identify as black. Now I don't. I want to be on the winning team. So I was black. So I'm going to identify as black and I try to help black people, but I'm just going to be called racist anyway. Yo, dude, he went. That was nothing.
Adam
and then he
said
started
this?
going,
Yeah.
yes, dude. It's
You
on
used
his
to
live
identify
stream.
as black?
Yeah, it's just fucking weirdo. And then he was like, I
Black
urge
people do
all
love-
Americans.
Black people do love Dilbert.
Yeah. That's a bad case of writer's block. You're trying to get a Dilbert out. And you're like, I need to go to another place.
God.
Dude,
Mentally,
he went,
I'm black
I
this week.
think my theory is that his numbers were dropping and he was like getting so much flack that he pulled a fucking Hail Mary desperation move. So he courted the darkest corners of the internet and he summoned the maniacs, dude. So like, you should get as far away from black people as you can, and people were like, he summoned the orcs, dude. Now he has an orc army right now.
Army.
But
rose
they're kind of fucking with him and trolling him now too.
Obviously, they're the orcs.
So now they're like, you know who creates all these problems, don't you? And they like sent him a thing like that, and Scott was like, oh, don't think I didn't notice that either. So he's like, I'm going to talk about that too. So I think he might go in, dude.
Dilbert's going at the Jews?
He might just be, again, he's a type of guy who's always saying he plays 40 chess. He's always saying he's playing 40 chess. So he's always like, but yeah, dude, the whole speech is crazy. He's like, get away from him, just get away from him, and just go somewhere else, leave him be.
Dilbert got dropped from the funnies.
It's not funny.
He's
Dude.
no longer in the funnies.
He's not funny. He's in the racist now.
Now
dude.
it's just Prince Valiant, dude.
God, Prince Valiant. Prince Valiant can suck my dick. Wait. Maybe I got that wrong. Was Prince Valiant funny, or was it like the serial?
Yeah.
I didn't understand one thing. When I was a kid, I'd be taking a shit. And I'd be like, which one's this? Like they're on a pirate ship.
Yeah, I know.
That was it.
I remember there was like a couple Sundays in a row where I was like, I'm going to pick up wherever we are in the Prince Valiant.
I'd love to.
I never. I would like look at it, same thing, and just go, huh?
I wanted to. I thought the drawings looked cool.
I know.
Some of the drawings were cool.
It was like the best illustrated comic.
I also too. I went to the bathroom. There was the comics with the like J.C. Penney's underwear stuff. So
it's time to masturbate.
Yeah, as soon as I didn't understand a comic, I'm like, that's enough of that.
just cross hocus pocus.
Yeah, I need to glaze the fucking Boscov's model, dude.
Boscov's rules. Phil still crushes Boscov's.
Does he?
Yeah.
Man.
Got you some underwear. I was at Boscov's. Shane, look at this. I got you some socks. Take that back to New York.
Yeah, my parents did that with Kohl's. My dad's always like, dude, the deals are there.
The deals are fucking insane.
You get a
over
Kohl's
at
on
Boscov's.
3 fucking outfits. It's so funny.
Are they getting socks with like the titanium lining and shit like that?
Of course, dude, of course.
I'd love to just follow Phil. Just see a day, dude.
That'd be kind of nice to hire a private detective just to follow him around.
See what he does.
You could do it.
I know exactly what he does.
True, yeah,
goes to Boscov's, goes to the Elks, drinks way too much.
Comes
Then he
home.
hits the road. Then he gets home and he's got a Ring camera now, so he checks to see if my mom's home
They all do it dude.
constantly. So he sees how long he can stay at the bar, and then once she comes home, he comes home right away.
Wow.
He stays as long as he can. It's a sick move.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm on my way. I'm already on my way. I'm coming. It's kind of nice. So before the phone call, he probably hits her up like, yo, I'm on my way.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Between that and the series, man, they are in paradise.
Yeah.
Pretty tight. Who would have thought they'd ever see the fucking
Geezers?
voice technology?
They like the voice. Ring camera for a geezer is, I'll be honest, I like it.
Seeing the stuff.
It's pretty fun. Ring camera is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'd like to get one.
You
I'm gonna
could
get one for your bedroom. I'm gonna install a Ring camera in your room.
Yeah. Keep your eye on him.
Me
And I'm gonna
laying
talk.
there.
I'm gonna
Just
go,
me laying there.
Chris,
Just me laying
remember that
there.
Russiagate didn't happen?
You could talk to him through
Anyway,
it. Yeah.
good night. Yeah.
No, you can call.
Good
We
night,
have
Chris.
one of those. We have like an Arlo or something on our house. Some bullshit. It's annoying though when you put your trash out, it fucking picks it up as a package and it sends like 40 things to your phone. You have a pack, you have to just turn it off. Like fuck this. It is good though for if your car can get broken into. Catch a guy on camera and you're like, it's
You just watch him slowly
fucking homeless
break into
guy.
your car.
Yeah. They call the cops. Like I captured a homeless guy breaking my window, and they're like, "Cool, dude, thanks,
We'll be there.
goodbye."
I feel
We
like it
don't give a
sucks
fuck.
because it's like kids won't be able to sneak out anymore.
Oh, I catch kids. Well,
Teenagers, you know what I mean?
what do you want? What do they do when they sneak out?
Just you go into the woods, you get drunk or something, or you
Yeah.
go like meet your girlfriend in the middle of the night.
You can get a
and
disguise.
exchange handies.
What about-
No, but like I'm saying that you can't.
Exchange what?
You know, you just finger and jerk off and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah,
Sick.
and then yeah, you can't.
Well, you could be a
can't
cool
do that
parent and
anymore.
have them come over to your basement and be like, guys, look, what you do, you do.
You could be the coolest parent and then set up some Ring cameras in the basement.
like 10.
Now we're cooking. You accidentally leave the mic on. You're like, yeah. Oh, caw.
No, don't come yet, dude. Don't go. Oh, shit, fuck. Imagine Impractical Joker and your son through like his first fingering. Just be like, dude.
Yeah.
Imagine though, for real. If you're, I mean, I guess that would be kind of illegal if you're coaching your son.
Go as hard as
how
you
to
can. Go
touch.
as fast as you can. That's it, son.
Dude, don't
Make it
even
hurt.
You'd be like, dude, don't even worry about the hole. He'd be like, what do you mean don't worry about this? Dude, trust me, don't worry about the hole.
Rub
There's
the
stuff
front.
above the hole. Go to the top of the hole. Just fucking smack that area.
Damn.
The hole, you think the hole's the key. The hole's not the key right now, dude. Don't worry about the hole just yet.
You just made a girl squirt on your first finger. Oh, that's fucked up.
Dude, check your overnight bag. I packed it at Hitachi. A massaging
I left
wand.
a little something in your overnight bag. So
Dude, imagine giving your kid a Hitachi wand, dude.
someday. Yeah.
Just buzzing. Oh, man, you let your kid drive a Beamer with a Hitachi wand and just buzz chicks all day.
Holy shit. God. You'd have to kill him. You got to kill him when he hits 20. But
I think this is what happened to Hunter Biden, dude.
definitely. Absolutely.
Joe gave him the Hitachi, dude.
No doubt. The
Beamer
Joe, yeah.
with a driver to Hitachi, and he just went like, get in the back. We're not going to prom. Imagine the damage you could do in high school with a Hitachi, or just like, or like a mocap suit with just fucking vibrating.
What's wrong with you? You got some pussy ideas.
never-
and I like
yeah,
that.
I'm just kidding. I'm fucking.
You're a pussy planner.
Yeah, I have no idea how that thing works.
The what?
Just
The pussy?
vibrates. Yeah, and they just put it on the clit.
You never
I've never
do you
used
mean?
one.
You never put a vibrator on your dick?
No,
You never put anything that vibrated on your penis?
no.
It's awesome. Yeah,
It feels so good.
It is pretty awesome.
You can nut.
Just from
Dude,
vibrating.
little rumble strip on the Xbox. I'll jar one loose. I'm just put my controller on my dick. I'm starting to text. I'm just, ooh,
Yeah.
someone's shooting at me. Now I got to go to my bedroom. Pause.
Your dude just
I pause
stands
the
up and
game
gets
and I
obliterated.
masturbate. And then I
That's what
get
they're
back
for.
to the game. Yeah.
That's what they're for. They are like a jerking off alarm clock.
The
Rumble
rumble.
strip.
You ever have the rumble pack jar one loose for you?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Every gamer's had a rumble pack jar one.
I remember there's like in the old God of War, it would just rumble crazy every
And you
time.
just
Like
kept it on your
I was
penis?
like, look, yeah,
Oh yeah.
It's me and you.
You're the God of War.
Your tank's exploding. You're just,
Oh.
dang.
Never
You
vibrated.
never put a vibrating thing? Dude, my friend's mom had a neck massager. Me and my boys were
She had a-
train
she
on
had a
that neck
neck massager.
massager.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I hate to break it to you, brother. I don't know if that was a pure neck massager.
Well, trust me, we were getting after that thing. Me and 6 of my friends were jizzing all over that thing.
I don't
she might have
experiment.
gotten pregnant.
Definitely. It was one of those, like it had 2 things. Yeah. Oh, put that on one on the tip.
It looks like a small vacuum attachment. Oh, that was a true neck massager.
That's
I might
crazy.
buy a neck massager. It's so good.
Oh my god.
It's not crazy, Chris.
That's
It's
nuts.
not.
You never. I can't believe you never had anything vibrating against your
I don't
penile shaft.
I don't get experimental jerking off. I had a fleshlight once, and then that was it.
That's pretty gnarly. That's worse than neck massager when you're
But
in
I didn't.
6th grade.
I didn't use it that many times.
So you don't. You don't
yeah,
use
but you
toilet.
did leave it in the shower.
Yeah, but it went unused for so long. It was just in the shower.
Which was you the shower downstairs?
No,
Yeah,
when we
yeah.
lived together in Philly, he kept
Yeah.
I went to take a shower and there's a fucking fleshlight next to the shampoo.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn it.
And then I put it under the
Did you
sink.
beat it up in the shower? Or you just
Nah. Never used in the shower. I honestly use it like twice or 3 times. and then
that's all you
never
can
touch
use them
it
for. They
again.
turn disgusting.
Yeah. And it's like so weird looking at it.
Yeah, I mean,
Fucking
yeah.
like a giant.
That's you take it out. It's like the rock. The green thing. it's-
The fucking whatever that acid is.
yeah, I'd rather dissect the body than wash a fleshlight, dude. I'd rather cut open a cadaver.
Yeah.
Like stick my hand into a cold dead body than wash a fleshlight. It sucks.
I do want to go to a butcher and watch them just
You want to fuck the meat?
Whoa.
break down a cow. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Cut it up.
You could do
You're
it.
fucked up, dude.
That's not that fucked-
There's a butcher like right around the corner.
Now, if you went in there like, can I watch? They'd be like, get the fuck
Yeah.
out. They would wave knives at you.
Dude,
They would wave a knife at you, dude.
Also, it's a Muslim butcher,
Ooh.
so they're doing it.
Halal.
Yeah.
Wow.
What did they do? All types of weird shit.
You would defile the space.
They have
Really?
to like
Gentiles can't even watch?
point the
think
animal
so.
in a certain direction or something.
I think so.
They do wild shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gotta
Kosher
kill it
and-
a certain way.
Yeah,
That's
kosher
it.
and halal are
Cut the throat.
similar.
Yeah.
That is funny. They're over there like bombing children, and then they're like, "Wait, hold on, cut the cow to the east." And it's
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, how about you guys get your priorities in order, you fucking dumbasses?" Oh no, wait, we can't have gummy bears. You explode a fucking school
No
in Palestine.
PDA. Yeah.
How about you guys get with the fucking times,
Yeah.
dude? Stop doing weird superstitious
Dilbert
bullshit.
could make a comeback.
Dilbert, you think
If
so?
he's going at the Jays, he should convert Dilbert to a.
Dilbert.
Dilbert should join Al Qaeda.
Oh,
Al Dilbert.
if he,
Just
yeah, that'd be
Just driving
tough.
a Toyota with a black flag on it. Just like,
I bet the Taliban in
another
the
day
offices.
at the office.
The Taliban in
shit
the offices in
sucks.
Afghanistan are probably starting to relate to Dilberts now.
I wonder if they have fun.
Who?
Those
In the
guys gotta
office?
have a little fun.
For sure.
Taliban bros in the office.
Yeah, I think so.
Just
In
like,
the
oh,
office?
Yeah, just
I guess they got to do paperwork.
goofing
too.
off, doing paperwork.
How many bombs do we have? It's like, oh, this packet here says we have 40 bombs.
Very
Enough
good. Keep a
health.
good eye on that. You have a very good eye.
Dude, you were right about trying to research the Middle Eastern conflict. It's too many names.
impossible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm reading a book right now on it. It's like you can't even follow it.
It's impossible.
Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast is brought to you by True Classic. True Classic's got the best feeling and best look for tees out there.
Yes,
Mandatory personal endorsement. How does it feel? What, you know?
I've worn one. If it literally is the most form-fitting tee.
It's actually pretty nice.
no, they're fantastic t-shirts. They just fit. They go to the right part of the legs. They hit the arms
It's
right.
nice.
They make
The arms
titties
is very
right.
important.
The arms is
When you
key.
have it sticking out like that, you look like a big fat fucking dork.
I wish I was wearing one
When
right
it's
now.
tight right there, you look jacked. You look cool.
Yes, it changes everything.
Yes, it does. Bill, how do you feel about being jacked and cool?
Good.
It's important to you, being jacked and cool.
You're a pitch man, Bill.
Yes.
Those are the two most important things. You're a true classic man. From polos to workout shirts, you love working out. Jesus fucking Christ. And even boxer briefs.
I'm sorry.
You're a true classic man. You're getting excited, dude. You're
Spade's
going
a
to
classic
vomit.
drunk.
He's like a dog, dude. He sounds like a dog throwing up.
It's like Barney Frank.
And even boxer briefs designed to keep your boys, that's funny, boys, feeling nice and comfortable. True Classic has something for everyone on your list. They have a long option for the tall guys and up to XXX. All right?
All right.
In case you're a fucking monster.
Or you want it baggy. If you want a little bit baggy, get
All
the
right.
triple X.
Get
Fucking
25%
Vin
off
Diesel.
trueclassic.com with code DRENCHED. Free shipping included on purchases over $100. That's 25% off at trueclassic.com with code DRENCHED. Santa won't be the only one saying thanks to True Classic.
How old is this at?
Oh, fuck. Did I fuck that up? No, this is
it's just
January
for
9th.
now, yeah.
Santa
Santa's
won't
still.
be the only one saying thanks to True Classic.
Your girlfriend will.
Your girlfriend's
Or
going
a
to say thanks.
whore
She's
you
going to
take
see
home.
you wearing a shirt you bought off the internet. Your
This is like a
girlfriend,
push-up
your
bra
girlfriend's
for
fucking
guys.
disgusting pussy is going to get soaked.
It's going to
when
be
she sees
throbbing.
it. Ew. Your girlfriend's pussy? I would not even want to see it, dude. If somebody
for
had a
you-
picture of your girlfriend's pussy on their phone, I would go, no. I don't even want to see it. And I watch cartel videos.
Beheading.
All right. Thank you, True Classic.
Dude,
Hey guys, we don't have long. I'm here with Shane right now, dude. We're just chilling, just fucking hiding in this corner. Let me tell you guys real quick. Factor shops, preps, cooks, and delivers right to your door. These fresh, never frozen meals are delicious and nutritious. With calorie smart and keto options, Factor meals are perfectly portioned. With over 30 meal options per week, Factor can round out your meal and replenish your snack supply with an assortment of sweets, smoothies, and juices. Each Factor meal arrives prepackaged by a team of their chefs, ready to heat and eat in just 2 minutes. We love these guys. Their chef's choice options they always taste great and are so simple. Head to factormeals.com/drenched50 and use code drenched50 to get 50% off your first box.
you can't follow it.
You'll never figure out three things: the Middle East, Russian Civil War, Spanish Civil War.
Yeah.
I also thought the
Impossible.
Middle Ages. I was talking to Chat GPT
Middle
about the
Ages.
Middle Ages.
No one knows
It's
anything about that.
It got confused. It started. Yeah.
That
You
was
were talking to Chat GPT about the Middle Ages?
Yeah. Yeah.
What were you saying to it?
I was just asking it, like, what happened. Yeah.
What did Chat GPT say? They said
It
you're
was
a
trying to
fucking
tell
idiot.
me. Eventually, it went, dude, you got to take a break.
Yeah.
Chat
It
GPT?
literally, it was like, I need not for another hour. Can you ask me a
so
question?
what was the Middle Ages? What
that
were they like?
true?
Yeah. It was like, because I was like, what happened to the Roman Empire? Then it split into
Yeah, man.
East and West.
Byzantine Empire and fucking
And then it became the
Backwater
Holy
Europe.
Roman Empire. And then that guy fucking had to abdicate. He got.
You sound like you're chugging along. You got a decent picture of it.
Yeah, but
That's all
then.
you need. You just
then
got to be confident.
That's.
Matt's like, yeah, Byzantine. I got it.
Exactly.
There's two. I figured that out.
Christianity went and
Next.
spread. He converted the pagans.
then it
That's what happened though. There was the whatchamacallit? I think it was like it was the Roman Catholic Church. That went out and converted all the pagans. It kind of turned. They used Christianity to turn that backwater Europe.
Yeah, that was
civilized
kind of
area.
like what was going on in the middle. Chat GPT got all fucked up because it started saying whatever that one guy is. Then all of a sudden Marie Antoinette came in, and I was like, "There's no way she's part of this yet."
Not at all.
And,
And
you're
then
looking
it
for
was
the
like,
answers in the
no,
wrong
she
place.
is. And then I started Wikipediaing it, and I was like, she definitely. These two got married. No, they didn't. And it was like, just stop. Yeah,
Well, Marie
It's AI,
Antoinette
it's
was
real.
the French Revolution.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's not the Middle Ages, bro.
Yeah.
I know that. I've been reading a book. I've been following it. It is pretty hard to follow, but I've been trying to follow like ancient. It's a book that follows ancient Greece up all the way through like the Enlightenment, I guess, or like the Industrial Revolution, and it's pretty.
I mean,
it puts me to sleep
yeah, of course.
Oh yeah.
every single night.
Yeah.
There's also like ancient history. People don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have no idea.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fucking annoying.
Yeah.
You're listening about Thomas Aquinas, and I don't know anything
Thomas
about him.
Aquinas rules.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
He was the one. Apparently, he took all of the early church had problems with ancient Greek knowledge. So like they'd be doing their thing, and like people would find ancient Greek texts, and the church would be like, "Yeah, this stuff does fucking rule," but they'd be like, "Yo, you can't." So Thomas Aquinas, his whole life was dedicated to like taking Aristotle stuff and then like bringing it into the church.
Yeah, like using it to prove God.
Yeah, exactly. 'Cause
What was he had like 5. I don't know.
5 things you might want to see if you believe.
Yeah. He was like, check out these 5 awesome things.
Well, that was a heresy. Aristotle was more like, yo, let's just check out stuff, and the church had to be like, don't check out stuff.
Stop checking out stuff.
Don't look at stuff, dude. And
We
like,
tell you
does-
about stuff.
Why does this stuff go so fast? And they're like, don't fucking think about why shit goes so fucking fast, you idiots.
Dude, I always wonder if
Tommy
there was,
Aquinas opened up the thing for science to happen. Basically, he was like, "Nah, this shit rules."
yeah, but there was also only like 10 people that could write.
Yeah,
I always
it wasn't
wonder
a
if
lot.
those people that were like supposedly great thinkers just had like a smart friend who couldn't read or write, and they just wrote everything down.
No, these dudes are like literally poured over books their entire lives.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's literally they did
don't know.
nothing.
You don't think there was just some guy just working in the fields dropping gems?
You're talking about like how you like those apples kind of guys. I would almost assure you that they were more or less like senile at like 25 from some kind of fucked up brain
Hit
disease.
with rocks. Yeah, dude. Everybody got hit with rocks.
Well, dude, even like if you get like fevers really badly, you can get like brain scars easily. So everyone was like kind of fucked up. They're getting like terrible infections and getting like 105 fever, no Tylenol. And you're kind of fried. So yeah, everyone was like severely fucked up probably.
Yeah,
And Tommy Aquinas had read like 4 books and was just like, dudes, I figured it out.
He's like,
Everyone
guys,
had
He's
to
a
be
hungry
rude.
caterpillar. They're like, what? Yeah, I don't know shit about that stuff.
Yeah,
Like ancient,
I know it, but I have to be asleep because that's the only time I hear it. I'm asleep. So if I were to pass out and you guys were to like prod me, I'd be like, 1492, Thomas.
1492. Thomas Aquinas sailed the ocean blue. Discovered books.
But yeah, apparently the Byzantine Empire was actually the reason that the ancient Greek stuff got reincorporated into the Catholic Church because the Muslims pushed them in and they escaped to like whatever Europe, and they came by and they're like, you guys don't know shit.
yeah.
about the
Spain
sacred
was like
Greek stuff."
all Muslim for a while, right?
Yeah, they got in there.
Yeah.
But the boys from Byzantine came back and were like, here's the actual literal translations of
It's
all these
because,
guys.
the Byzantine Empire is in Greece.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So they came back and like, here's the real deal, and everyone went, oh, this shit is so cool. That's when the bros got into science. They were like, dude, we should be fucking doing experiments. The church went, knock it off. Stop that. And then they went, yeah, that's pretty fucking cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
They're like the EPA guy in
all do-
Ghostbusters.
They all would do it. They would do these experiments and they turn around and be like, yeah, but this is showing us how cool God is. And the Pope would be like, yeah, I guess you're right.
Made a science project volcano. They were just like,
But dude, that would happen.
baking soda and vinegar.
that's nuts.
Imagine
I
that
haven't
happening.
seen one of those in a while.
That was
When I was a
great.
kid, those fired me up.
You get
Dude.
do you ever get the plastic volcano in the like a cereal box?
But dude, you'd be the Pope and you're
Probably
like, this
did. I
is
went
how
through a lot of
Mix
cereal
it.
boxes.
Mix it.
I always sucked at making those volcanoes.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you do? You put like
I
were they
just- I
too
never-
foamy duds? Or
It was
like-
never like I'd build it. You'd be like, this is going to be fucking nuts.
I actually
just a
won
little
multiple
jizz.
science fairs.
Yeah, you gotta put the red food
My
coloring
neighbor
in
would
it. Yeah.
launch, dude.
Yeah, I
Put a
got
drop of Mentos in it.
Yeah, I didn't know that. We didn't know that. We didn't know that
Yeah.
science back then.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. That was the Dark Ages, dude.
Yeah.
Some guys would mix 2 weird ingredients then like they'd go to the Pope and be like, yo, this shit created devil foam. And they'd have to be like, the Pope would be like, well, that's reasonable
Bring
explanation.
it to me.
He'd be like, no, I know this. And he'd be like, what the fuck is this, dude?
What are they doing?
The hell's going on?
They have Mentos.
But
There was a time where popes were kings a little bit, right?
Yeah, they rose up.
Or were they just funding armies? The proxy
There's
wars?
a lot of time.
I think
What do you
they
mean
were-
proxy wars?
I don't know.
No, they were in control of stuff for a while.
Yeah.
Popes were in control
Certainly.
of stuff. Yeah.
The Holy Roman Empire, right, was just Pope endorsed empire?
No,
No?
I mean they got the Pope's endorsement, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
like Charlemagne was like gives.
yeah.
You tell everybody I'm God.
Give
kind
me.
of.
Yeah, and the Pope had to
And
go.
Napoleon did it.
I don't know.
Napoleon went down there and said, "Give me that fucking crown, Pope."
Dang.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Napoleon.
So if you're the king, you're like, yo, fuck the Pope, dude. I'm the head boss.
I think they're making a new Napoleon series.
Really?
Yeah, I think Spielberg's doing it. I'm gonna be pretty excited about
Yeah, fucking what's his name's playing him, right?
that. Who?
John Lovitz.
No. No.
Actually a pretty good Napoleon.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Joaquin's playing Napoleon.
Yeah, and they've shot a bunch of. Actually, my buddy has like a rough cut of it.
Really?
Yeah, it's super rough. What?
They can get
I don't know.
hunks.
This is
They
the
can get
magic.
tall-ass
That's the
hunks.
magic of cinema. You could have.
Yeah.
You could have John Cena play
He better be small.
Napoleon.
John Cena and Napoleon would be nice.
John Cena's head is fucking insane. Am I the only one who realizes it?
Yeah.
It's such a wild looking fucking head, dude.
His whole
He
body.
got like hair plugs or
Really?
something.
I mean,
His head is.
Doesn't Cena keep it 100?
Oh,
Doesn't Cena
I
keep it
saw
100
Lamar
with
pick it up. He heard Cena talk.
He almost fucking brother. You don't know what you're talking about, brother.
What are you gonna say?
Dude, he does have like hair plugs up front, but like the back, he has like a big bald spot in the back.
He's got a wild looking head.
Yeah, it's too big. It's like weird.
I just saw that rap he did, that freestyle. About-
Against Vince.
No,
Or
it was against two Mexican dudes.
What are they called? The Mexicools.
The Mexicools.
That's what their tag team was called.
It's awesome.
Super crazy Hoover Two
He was like back when Cena was a heel. He was like a white dude that freestyled, and he came in doing a freestyle against Mexicans, and it's vicious, dude. He's like, "Why don't you go back to fucking Home Depot?" And he's like,
what?
He's like, "I'm gonna starve you like a concentration camp." Like just
Back in the
saying
day?
crazy shit. Yeah. Now he's on TV like
Yeah,
Just
don't the roids
apologize.
make your head? You were saying that the roids fucking
Roy's fuck your head
because
up.
they grow your bones.
Yeah.
When you're taking roids, you have to take human growth hormone too because your muscles get too big for your bones and your bones will break. So when you're getting big on the roids, you take human growth hormone. It makes your bones grow in proportion to your muscles.
What?
So you just become like a freak.
Does John Cena even need to be jacked in any of the stuff that he's doing
Yeah,
now?
dude. If he got skinny, it would be. He would
No,
literally,
not if you got skinny, but if he was just a little less jacked,
Nah, but then some other roid head's gonna come and be so much more jacked than you, and it's
and
over.
take over.
You have to be. If you're like a
jack.
jacked guy, a professional jacked guy, you're just on roids forever.
He's so fucking funny looking, dude.
Yeah, dude, that's
When dudes get that jacked, it's so fucking
insane.
funny.
Crazy.
you're just a cartoon character for your whole life.
It's ridiculous. That other guy, that was the other guy that was in like he was in Green Onion or whatever. What was it, Green Onion?
Dude, doesn't he have
Glass
a
onion.
fucking wild looking
Batista?
head?
Yeah, that's pretty
Kind of
nuts.
weird.
Yes.
Looks
His
like
hair
he-
looks fake for
It
sure.
looks like someone put a bicycle pump in Mark Wahlberg's mouth and blew him up. That's kind of what he looks like. That's exactly what he looks like.
Dude.
It's insane. Yeah, it's crazy. He's fucked up.
Although, you got to give him credit. He is the man. Also, jean shorts, rocking jorts, making fun of Mexicans, coming in and being like, I'm black. Yeah. That's a crazy
I
character.
mean, that's pretty tight, yeah.
Yeah.
Not to Stone Cold.
No.
Stone Cold jean
True.
shorts. But
True.
he kept it white as hell.
Do you remember
True.
JBL? John Bradshaw
Yes.
Layfield?
I remember Bradshaw.
That guy was fucking. He
Didn't he have
came
a
in.
bullwhip?
Yeah.
Yeah, he would whip dudes.
What?
Yeah.
There was
Every
one
once in a
time he
while.
became like a Wall Street banker and he had a feud with Eddie Guerrero. He was like, I'm going to send you back to Mexico, boy. And he was like, they even did like a bit where he was like border patrol. Like he was on the border patrolling people, sending them back.
And this bit where he separated him from his kids, put his kids in a cage match.
Put his kids in a cage match.
Eddie Guerrero,
His
dude.
kids in some tinfoil blankets.
Sorry you had to deal with that, Eddie Guerrero. We didn't know back then. We hadn't
Passed.
grown as a country.
Eddie's dead, right?
He's dead? Mo,
Yeah.
he's still on, when is that? When do the Mexicans all come back from the dead?
Dead.
Dias de Muertos.
Yeah.
He'll be back.
Coco.
Keep
Yeah,
his
he's
picture.
in Coco right now.
Keep his picture up.
Choke slamming some fucking kid. Some kid who can see ghosts. Shit, fucking Guerrero breaks into his room.
Oh. Yeah, when's a Mexican wrestler going to be at the top of the pops for the WWE? Has it happened yet?
I think they've.
Did we
Rey
steal
Mysterio
their...
was kind of big for a second.
Well, oh, you're right, yeah. Did we steal fake like fighting from the Mexicans? Did they invent it? The
I
luchadores?
bet they did not.
Yeah.
It was actually like it started with bodybuilders. They're doing like fighting and stuff in the circus, but then they were like, how do we make this less taxing on our body? And they were like, let's fucking make it.
Bodybuilders were doing fighting in the
Not
circus.
body, but
Is that
strong
what
man.
you
It was
said?
like dudes who were like fighting in the carnivals and stuff, like
Yeah.
carnival fighters. And
Well, they were wrestling for real?
yeah, but they're like, let's make it easy on ourselves. Let's fucking make spectacles and turn it into a show. And then they
so
started
fake it.
incorporating other styles from around the world.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Where was that?
The circus.
That was at the circus.
In the year 1200. That bring me back.
Yes.
It answers your question. This is what happened.
It was at the circus. Ancient times. Circus. This vague bullshit.
Yeah, to answer your question about the Middle East or the Middle
Yeah.
Ages.
I'll tell you all about it.
The Catholic Church actually was what dissolved Rome.
Is it?
Dissolved Rome from the inside, Christianity, yeah.
Who told you that?
Spread out. The book I fall asleep to.
I thought the
I
Vandals.
think the
fucking-
Vandals had a little to do
Oh,
with
the
it.
Brotherhood. Yeah, but they could have been so much harder to them. Instead, they were like, I don't know exactly how with the Vandals, but I think they were like, I forgive you guys.
Oh, there was a lot of that.
Was it really? I didn't. I was just
No,
kidding.
no, that's actually kind of true. But no, they just spread out so much. They started bringing in all these other tribes and shit.
Yep.
Bringing all these other cultures.
Showing
Their
them the
armies
way.
went from like beast Romans to like half just poor people from the woods.
Yep.
Their armies were softer. They started losing wars.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like too big. This is what Chat GPT said. It was too big to control
Yep.
Yeah.
one guy. And also the succession plan. Like if you didn't have a good succession plan, like once a king died or something like that, everyone would be like, I don't know that guy money anymore. I don't. The next guy that comes in, I don't know that guy. Anything.
Imagine if you lived 5,000 miles from a guy and you somehow heard he died. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I'll wait on that.
Yeah, I'll find out he's heading this way, and I'll spend 2 years building an army before he gets here.
I wish I could have built an army against my credit card that one time. That was so nice.
That'd been
That was
sick.
so nice when they're like, "You owe us money," and I was just like, "I don't think I have to do that."
No.
No, I didn't. Nothing ever happened.
No, I don't.
I just went like, "No, I'm not paying you guys." I was like, "I don't like the way you guys just like jack rates up," and they were like, "Well, that's our right," and I was like, "Well, it's my right not to pay."
Yeah, and then eventually some other
And
guy buys
literally,
it.
nothing happened.
Yeah,
Nothing happened. They just bothered me, and I was like, "Shut up!"
Yeah.
yeah.
And then it was fine.
I'll just
It was-
call
yeah.
you for like 5 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they and then they give up. They do give up though.
They give up.
Yeah, because they'll be like, well, your credit score is going to be shit, and you're going to be like, I don't
don't
have any
care. I
money.
don't
It
care
doesn't
about a
matter.
fucking credit
yeah,
score.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
I
well, I've
literally told 'em.
never. Yeah,
At the time I was 23 and I said, guys, after 7 years, my mom told me this all goes away. So I don't even want anything until I'm 30 anyway. And they were like, dude, you can't do that. You're a fucking coward running from your problems. And I was like, later, guys.
Somebody called you a coward?
Yeah, dude.
That's
They get,
pretty awesome.
They get nasty. Because they would be like, where do you live? And I would say, I
coward.
live in the fucking woods, dude. Come find me.
Fucking
Well, that's probably
They
coward,
say you're running from your
motherfucker.
problems in the woods. And I'd be like, dude, I'll fuck you up, dude.
Yeah, okay, fucking credit card
Dude.
phone guy.
So my-
you
my-
fucking loser.
My cousin told me to tell. My cousin told me
Oh,
to
that guy's
say.
pretty awesome.
Well, my
Calling a
cousin-
dude a coward. That's
Oh, it
pretty-
was
that
dude,
guy's
you
obviously the
can't
man.
run from your problems. My cousin told me if you're getting a bill collector, they have like like there's a lot of call centers in India. So apparently in Florida, outside of like they have a lot of like detox centers down there. A lot of sober heads, newly sober heads, go and work for credit collection agencies. They have it's like they're like near those things. So he was like, if you get a credit collector to start fucking hammer, if you see a Florida number,
Yeah.
just start
Call him
being
a
like,
junkie.
you fucking junkie
Well,
piece of shit. You fucking
Yeah, you
junkie. You're not
fucked
gonna
your life
last.
up, dude.
You're not gonna last. Go fucking use, dude.
Yeah, kill it, dude.
That's what he said. I was like, that's a
It's
funny
awesome.
thing. I would never do that. I'd be like, you fucking weak
You
junkie,
would. You
dude.
would.
How much of you owe your family, dude?
Yeah.
Fucking worried about me.
It is because volume business, right? A guy just buys up a bunch of people's debts,
yeah.
and then it's like call as many of these people as possible.
Pennies on the dollar.
If
yeah.
someone's dumb enough to pay this, then we'll be good.
Yeah, I think you still have a fucking blemish on your credit report. If you pay one of those guys, I think it's not like you're like go up, you spike up to 750.
Yeah, I don't think they're calling. I don't know, whatever.
FICO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, FICO, this guy's good.
He's good.
Boost him back up.
Let him buy that jet ski. FICO, give him a jet ski.
But yeah, the credit card stuff is just
He's
like,
going to pay $300 a month for 10 years for a jet ski. The interest rate is 97%.
I think the worst thing they can do is literally like take you on Judge Judy. Like I think a credit card company has no. They call you, dudes call you and like, hi, I'm from the legal department. I'm like, a legal department of what? And they're like, we work with the legal department.
The
I'm like,
law.
dude, shut the fuck up.
It's the law.
You know the statue with the blindfold? That's us. It's like, dudes, fuck off.
I do not understand how people like Judge Judy or
Like,
any
you don't
of
think
the
she's fair? You don't think she's fair?
No, I fuck her.
You ever watch it?
Yes,
It's pretty fun.
I don't like. it.
What's your beef with JJ?
Yeah,
I just
mine.
don't like
You're
her.
more of a
I
Mathis
don't-
man.
What?
You're more of a Mathis
yeah,
man?
yeah,
Judge
more of a
Mathis.
Mathis
I'm
guy.
more with Joe Brown, man. Joe Brown, give you the business. Is Joe Brown dead? Guy's still going?
Dang.
Guess
I
I'm
think
not
he's
that
on
big
the
of a
Supreme
fan.
Court, actually. I think
He did?
Joe Brown.
Yeah, one of them. Clarence Thomas or Judge Joe Brown. I can never tell them apart.
I just know someone's getting some Texas justice down there.
Someone's getting some justice, dude. Well, that should be the new Supreme Court. It's just all the TV judges. They'd be getting it done.
Dude.
They would.
Yeah, I just hate every.
We might have abortion back. Remember when you cried when they overturned Roe v. Wade? Dude, when they overturned Roe v. Wade, I came into Chris's room and he was under his bed, and I was like, Chris, you want to get coffee? He was like, get out of my room.
Good Lord.
It's always net negative coming on this podcast.
No,
dude. It's always,
you cried during Roe v. Wade.
yeah.
It's not true.
I don't even know when that happened.
Roe v. Wade got overturned?
Yeah.
Might have blacked it out.
I don't really, yeah.
I don't even.
You were drinking pretty hard during Roe v. Wade.
No,
You
that's
took to
every.
the bottle. You took to the bottle. You started crying. You were like, I need wine.
No, that's every article is like that. The Supreme Court has passed X. The House has passed X.
You gotta stay
and then
up-
you
I stay up
click
on
on the
all of it.
article, and they're like, "Well, now it has to go through this other process.
Me and
and
Matt
it
will
hasn't
explain it
happened
to you,
yet."
don't worry. I read all those.
That's every article is just an extreme event has happened, and then you click on it. It's like, well, it hasn't happened yet.
No,
it actually has to go through a
They
thing.
fuck
where
you with the science
It's not
news.
going to
Dude,
change.
the science
Yeah.
news is bullshit.
Yeah.
Astronomers found a new black hole and they predicted
And
the
it's gonna
speed of
get
light.
us.
And you read it and they're just like, well, we don't know. And you're just like, dude,
Yeah.
Yeah,
don't fuck with me.
yeah.
Don't play with me.
The
right
worst
now.
was
Don't
when
fucking play
they
games
gave like a
not play
23-year-old
games.
girl credit for like taking a picture of a black hole. Do you remember that?
No.
And then you
I like
looked
to take a
into it,
picture
and
of
she
her
was
black
just
hole,
like
dude.
she
She
was
was there. What'd you say?
I like to take a picture of her black hole, dude.
I love it. Her gaping fucking. I'd love to hear the sound emitting from her gaping hole.
I love to have my hand disappear, dude. It's dematerialized.
What happened? There was just a girl that was there, and they were like, "We're gonna."
she was
name
just
it.
part of the
Yeah.
team.
Yeah.
That was the whole
like-
story? There was a girl there?
There was just one girl there who like wrote a little report
Yeah.
on it. It was part of a
Really?
group of like 500 people that were like putting it through some algorithm to try to get the image.
Did they get the pic or no?
Yeah, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What's it look like?
It's stupid.
Like a fucking stupid thing.
It's a blurry kind of
crap.
orangey donut.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
They hit you with the Bigfoot stuff, and it's like,
Yeah.
dude, it's like CERN is like a $7 trillion center.
Yeah.
It's like, here's a pixelated picture of, and you're like, dudes, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
it?
That's
Sick.
pretty cool, actually. Yeah, it kind of looks
Yeah,
cool.
it's
as
pretty
fuck.
cool.
That's worth billions of dollars.
It
Actually.
looks like a cool cat's
Can
eye.
I, can I
That's
make
what
a cool
think
background
of.
out of that? Worth it.
Yeah,
worth it.
That's all we need.
Worth it,
We
yeah.
need wallpaper for our cell phones. Keep it up, scientists. You fucking losers.
Damn, we're losing faith in all
I
of our
hate space.
institutions.
You used to love space.
I do love
Remember when you
space.
loved Elon Musk? Now you're a Democrat. You're not allowed to
I
love
like
Elon
Elon
Musk.
Musk.
You're not allowed to like him anymore.
Why not?
Your political party says he's bad.
I like him. That actually.
What about his
That was
Twitter?
the
What about
beginning.
Musk's
That was
Twitter?
the beginning. What?
What about his Twitter? Allowing hate speech. He actually agreed with Scott. He said Scott Adams' thing. He said something pro
Chris
Scott
said
Adams. No.
No, he
Elon.
supported Scott.
Chris O'Clotter.
Good Christ.
No, dude.
He did. Elon did support Scott, dude.
What did he say?
He said the media is actually racist against white and Asians peoples. That's what he said.
Scott said that, and then
No,
Elon.
that's what
Elon.
Elon said.
So the media is racist against whites and Asians. Yeah, sorry, Asians, you're in this with us right now. You guys shouldn't have worked so hard.
Yeah. You worked your way to you're with us, dude. Welcome to the big leagues. It's tough up here. Purified air. Purified might not
Rarefied
be the
air.
best.
Rarefied. Also, probably,
Well,
HEPA filters are bad.
purified was yeah.
Oh, it's a thing. That's your problem. You know too much
racial-
about history.
Oh yeah.
You know too much. I hear that and I go, yeah, HEPA filters. You go, no, there's actually a deeper connotation. And I go, hold on, let me fall asleep and see if I can remember this shit.
Aryan race, pure blood.
Yeah, that was their thing. Man, that stunk. What if they had 23andMe back
Look at me,
then?
dude. Pure.
Pure as hell.
The master race. It's me, the master race. I'm here. Jews. I'm the best. Ask me anything. I'm Chat GPT. Marie Antoinette. That's enough questions for
Marie
now.
Antoinette married Charlemagne.
That's enough
That
for
didn't
now.
happen. Stop.
Beat it, nerd.
Some guy just typing on the other end like,
Yeah, it's just a guy. Chat GPT is definitely
It
just
is
a guy.
fun. It is fun because you can ask it to write scripts in people's voices.
mm-hmm.
You
It
know what
wouldn't
I
do
mean?
Shane, I saw.
Well, no, yeah, it wouldn't.
Would
Yeah.
not do Shane.
Because I am hate speech. Even this computers know.
It can't
You
touch
just
it.
put more into the algorithm
Too
too.
hot to handle.
You just said I'm the master race.
I
Chat
am the master
GPT was like,
race.
dude, come on, man.
ChatGPT doesn't understand
We're
irony.
trying. I think everyone's done with the master race stuff, I think. I've been getting into
Boys kicking around,
Yeah, I know,
dude.
I know.
There's a lot of boys.
If you watch that Clot video, there's a I think on some Clot. The Scott Adams video, there's bros in the comments like getting fired up.
oh man,
Literally no contact. They just go, 50% of black people say it's not okay to be white. That's all I need to know. And they disappear off into whatever fucking they're going off to do. And you're like, oh boy.
Yeah, dude.
Oh
I bet-
boy.
Yeah.
You know
what
the
do you-
movement's not going well when you're rallying around
Yeah.
Dilbert.
let's take
Yeah.
that piece of information to Wawa with us.
Yeah.
50% of black people don't like me. Fine. I need to go get coffee at Wawa. There's one of those sons of bitches now that Dilbert was talking about.
He's behind the counter. He's like, this guy thinks he's got an extra mayo. No fucking way, dude. I'm gonna skid sandwich gonna be dry as hell. I know they hate that.
Got some dry ass sandwich. Then that guy goes home and they're like, "Do you think it's okay to be white?" He's like, "No, motherfucker, dry ass sandwich."
Yeah, I was
Vicious
crazy.
cycle.
It was crazy that like he was like trying to go through like world viral statistics of like the pandemic, and like he was like, guys, you don't understand. I'm behind the scenes. I'm crunching the numbers. Then he saw one survey of 1,000 people and was like, well, guys, I give up. Black people are ridiculous. And it was just like, dude, I'm telling you, it's a play. It's definitely a play. And he's going to do. He was like, you guys don't understand the data behind the vaccine. Now he's just like, bro, black people stink. And you're like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? He's courting.
He's trying to reset the table.
He's courting. I'm telling you, man, he's courting the darkest corners of the internet. He has no idea what he summoned. And he's about to find out, and they're going to just annihilate him. They're going to keep fucking with him. He has no clue. He has no clue. He just summoned 4. So he's now 4chan's like focused target. Like they're like, this is so funny watching this guy lose his mind.
Watching Dilbert lose his mind.
And there's like a hive mind collective of people just fucking with
And that
this
guy could have just shut the fuck up. He could have had a decent life. He made Dilbert.
He was
He's
syndicated.
probably making so much money off that dumb shit.
Dude, ridiculous.
You can
amounts.
say that stuff. You can say, I'm done with black people. You just say it. Don't do it on a camera.
Yeah.
Dilbert, you're 66 or however old you are. Sit in your fucking big ass house and go, Well, that's it. I'm done with black people. Say it to no one. It'll echo in your mansion. Now he's on fucking Facebook Live. Like, get away from these motherfuckers. No, Dilbert. Dilbert. It's so funny.
He's such a
It's
dumbass.
so funny. It's Dilbert.
I know.
You couldn't think of a funnier, like, if you had to pick a guy to be melting down. Like, I don't know. What's the funniest thing possible? The guy who came up with Dilbert?
You see the view counts are like 20,000.
Yeah, the Where's Waldo guy
13.
just called someone the N-word. It's like, perfect. Perfect. That's funny.
Gary Larson from The Far Side questioned the Holocaust numbers.
Makes a cartoon. 2 cows. The smokestack seemed kind of small.
Yeah, he blew it, man. But dude, you look at that video, it's like 400,000 views.
All for the views.
He went on Hotep Jesus. He also claims that he's like, the whole video, he's like, I've been helping the black community my whole life. He's like, and all they do is call me racist. It's like, wow, I don't think that any one of them knew you until then.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden you're just like,
I know. Dilbert's big in the hood.
Is Dilbert big in the hood?
He's certified.
He's got his G-Pass.
If Clyde Adams goes to
He's
the
got his
hood, he's got a big time G-Pass, dude. Where's he from?
Where? He actually
not
ran
far
into
from here.
problems with affirmative action way
It's like
back
an hour
when.
and a half, 2 hours.
He was like a corporate bigwig. He wanted to be like a corporate bigwig, and that was like the early '90s when they started doing affirmative action. He's on record being like, "They fucked me,"
Oh, okay.
They
So he didn't get
fuck-
into art school. He had one of those origin stories.
something like that. But he wanted to be like a business guy. Then he
He
started
started
doing
Adolf origin story.
Yeah, and he started going "They
Bernie
fucked
Adolf.
me." And he started doing the thing like he was like, "I love Trump's persuasion," and then finally he just went, "I can't hide. I'm coming out."
It's time for me to tell everybody how I really feel.
Dude, it's you watching, you go like, Jesus, man. He's like, Don Lemon said it himself. You don't deal with problems when you live around white people. And it's like, that's Don's words, not mine.
Oh, yeah. Don you see that Don Lemon clip from 2013?
Why did he do that?
That was 2013. You were allowed to go wild.
Yeah, I guess so.
2013, you were allowed to say, pull up. That was literally what he said.
Yeah,
Don Lemon went on CNN.
Someone
and was
probably called him like a gay
"Here's
ass bull.
he
Someone probably called him a gay ass
black people
bull.
bullied the fuck out of Don Lemon. You didn't see this? He was on your.
He said, "Pull up your
He was on
pants."
the Chris News Network. He was on CNN, and he literally was like, 5 things black people need to do. 1, pull up your fucking pants. Like, it was crazy. Stop fucking littering. That was like number 2.
Well, how long has he been on CNN for?
I don't know.
That might have been when he got the signing bonus, dude. He
That
probably got
was
the
a
signing
big-
bonus.
yeah, he was like,
guys, let me tell you
he
something.
hit the Dilbert button. He hit the Nas, dude. Time to fucking launch. It's time. 5 years later, he's on TV crying.
Yeah,
Black
dude.
people. It's like, dude, fucking, we saw what you said.
So he did that?
Yeah.
2013.
Yeah. That was probably right around when he was getting accused of sexually assaulting that waiter.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, you didn't know Don. Dude, these are
Don
your guys.
Lemon. It was Don
I
Lemon,
don't
dude.
Don Lemon.
I don't think I've watched a minute of Don Lemon.
Don Lemon got in there, wiped his nuts on a waiter.
Yeah. Literally, he goes, I'll have a hot dog, actually. Like, I'm in the mood for a hot dog now. Grab the beans, bro. He had the Franken
Waiter came over and
beans.
was like, yeah, he was like, here's today's orders. He was like, yeah, actually, I'm going to go with the fucking hot dog, dude. That's so funny. How have I never heard that? That's so funny. Did you just come up with that? That's great. Grabbing a guy's dick and be like, let me get that hot dog.
I didn't know it was a waiter. He grabbed
I'm
his
gonna do that for the rest of my life. I love grabbing dicks. It's so funny. Walking by someone, give them a little boop. See that?
Yeah, you start like, yo, what are you hungry for, man? I don't know.
I'll tell you what I'm hungry for. I haven't had a hot dog in a while. Let me see that.
Oh, dude. You get a cocktail weenie, dude. Fucking
Little cocktail. Oh, fuck.
come up with plans to grab your friend's dicks is awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to do it? Put your own flair on it.
I'll never get past horse bit me. Horse bit me.
It's
See where
pretty
the horse
good.
bit me was unbelievable. I can't believe my dad did
It's a
that to
Statue
me.
of Liberty play.
It really is. It's the Statue of Liberty. It's Boise State. It's Boise State, Oklahoma.
Oh, my God. I mean, dude, that's
That's a good one. That's a nice little one.
That's
Statue of
uncharted
Liberty.
YouTube territory. There's like the video.
Funny ways to grab dicks.
Well, I'm saying
You
grab
should do it like a
grabbing
karate,
dicks in the hood.
like an 80s, 90s karate style infomercial. You know what I mean? where there's like the guy like teaching you how to do karate. You can be like, this move.
Like Rex Kwon Do.
Yeah, Rex Kwon Do a guy's balls.
I'm thinking about a dude going and grabbing dicks in the hood, dude. That's the most dangerous game.
I think about it every time we bring this up. I think about when I did that to Courtney and he socked me in the dick as hard as he could, dude. No hesitation. I went, Courtney, you see where the horse put me? He went, just punched me in the dick. Dude. Yeah, you can't grab the fellas.
Why is that?
Because Dilbert's right. Just get away from these guys. They don't even like fooling around.
Look, grab their dicks and run, dude.
Grab their dicks and run as fast
far
as you
away.
can.
You tried to
can't
grab a black guy's dick.
You
got
said, why
punched.
can't I go grab dicks in the hood, dude? You're crazy? Of course you can, dude. If you went in the hood and started grabbing
Neighborhoods
dicks,
aren't safe.
dude, you would die.
It's not safe.
What do you say?
The neighborhoods aren't safe.
Dude, you walk in the hood, you're like, yeah, I'm opening up like a cupcake shop. Beat the shit out of you, dude. You crazy?
Yeah, I was thinking open up a hot dog cart around here. When you grab it, yeah. If it's an Arab, you gotta go a little hole.
Yeah, man, that's a real cool bubble coat. Let me sip that down.
Dude, you would get killed.
You get killed, dude. I mean, if you hit, yeah, most our age white dudes would laugh. A lot of them. But you head into the Elks. You head into the Elks, start opening a hot dog stand. Those boys are trying to fight you.
Hey, this guy tried to grab my stuff.
Fucking queer. You a fucking queer?
Dude, imagine there's still beer foam on their lips and you fucking go for a hot dog. They're gonna be like,
Steelers Ravens on. It's fucking 1:30 on a Sunday. Just
you go in there and yank every chain and run out. Can you escape?
You can pull some bells. Hunchback of Notre Dame, some bells, dude.
I'd rather VFW yank.
Just a pull.
Oh, yeah, but dude, they would form up and like two of them would block the door. You'd have two dudes in Baltimore Ravens.
Call the police. Call the police.
There's a goddamn queer in here.
He yanked me.
Yeah, old white dudes would spaz just as hard as black dudes.
Yeah.
They would use all their powers
Big
to try
time.
to stop you.
Big time. There two dudes to block the doors. You have two like big fat dudes just fucking like, you're not getting out of here,
Yeah.
dude. Fuck down. What the hell's wrong with you, man?
Yeah.
What are you on, fucking weed?
This guy's on fucking drugs.
Yeah, they would not like that at all.
Damn, how
Don't
many
even
dudes?
think about that.
How many dudes do you think have hooked up at the Elks or via like just? It has to have happened.
It's got to be two dudes a year. Two dudes a year at
Yeah,
least.
2 dudes a year got shit faced and they're just like
Kissed at the Elks. No, they got the ring cam in there.
they all have the ring cam. Every Elks member.
Yeah.
It's got to happen
It's
at
a
least
chess
at every
game.
Elks. It's got to be. You think it's like a generational thing, or it's just like at least like once a year?
I think once a year,
dudes?
2 dudes just fuck.
Yeah, probably.
Have
Probably. You should
Throughout
ask.
all the-
Next time you're
all
there,
the Elks.
just be like, "Yo,
to
for
have
real.
dudes fucked.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Come on. I don't do that stuff here. This isn't New York. It's all those weirdos you hang out with. That Chris O'Connor. You guys are weird. Live together. You guys are weird.
It is. I do like thinking about dudes that age just repressing fucking homosexual urges, just fucking like. Fuck,
Because
dude.
their minds, everybody's mind. You think of everybody thinks of crazy, terrible things.
But they have to go like.
But all those, like we, comics, not just comics, but us as friends. Like, if you think of something, if you think of yanking guys' dicks at the Elks, we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
Those dudes think these thoughts and just go.
Oh, it's just another picture of Coors Light. You're like, let me get my brain eraser.
Gotta wet my whistle. Gotta
I'm getting
repress
parched.
whatever that was.
Yeah. It's going like, yeah, these guys are looking pretty good this year.
I bet that's the gossip at the Elks is who's fucked. I bet it is.
No, they
Yeah,
don't gossip about that, dude.
You don't think they gossip? I bet it's.
There's you're
a
okay. So yeah,
knitting
there's definitely
circle.
like
If
that
there's a
guy's
gay
little,
guy?
that guy's a little
Yeah.
funny. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
there's some guys that are funny. There's a funny guy at the Elks.
Yeah.
I've seen the funny guy. And there's some chatter. I've heard some. I've actually literally heard this chatter.
Yeah.
And almost exactly what Matt said. They're like, yeah, that guy's he's a little funny. That guy, he's weird.
They're just picturing fucking blowing him the whole time. They're like,
Just imagining.
tell you what, man, these fucking caravans, they're just fucking.
Keep that guy away from me. Or I will
Fucking
suck
Biden,
his
he doesn't know
dick.
what the hell he's doing. He doesn't know his ass from his fucking elbow.
He doesn't know his fucking dick from my mouth. And he's like,
Son of a bitch.
I can't stop thinking about blowing Biden, dude. So blow Biden. Pee on my new blanket my wife got. At Boscov's.
We should switch.
Yeah.
And keep this momentum rolling.
We're
we
an hour,
found a
right?
nice sweet spot.
We
I
did.
haven't had this much fun goofing off in a while.
It's been
Sweating
nice.
my ass
You're
off.
sweating?
Yeah.
Chris O'Connor, what's your show dates?
Oh, yeah.
Let me
Kiss me.
Cincinnati, March 7th. Indianapolis, March 8th. St. Louis, March 9th.
Damn. Off the dome?
Yeah. And then,
You're with me this weekend.
this weekend, Des Moines,
Pump it up.
March
Come see me and Kiss.
4th.
Me, Kiss, and Beezer
Minneapolis,
in
March 5th.
Iowa and
Yeah.
Minneapolis.
We got old Bridgeport, Connecticut, March 16th through the 18th, and New Brunswick, New Jersey, March 30th. They're my two. I'm pumping up. Boston's looking strong. I'm like surprised.
Nice. What are you doing? Laugh Boston?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that'll
be great.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like you look at it. I'm looking at my tickets right here. I'm saying,
Boston.
saying, oh no,
Boston's
what
a
the
great
hell?
town.
And you go, wow, that's nice. This guy's like me there.
Also, if you ever see a ticket that's more than fucking $45, it's a scalped ticket. Please stop reaching out to me.
Are you getting attacked for the scalpies?
Yeah, they're like, what do you think? You're fucking big time? You're selling tickets for $300? It's like, no, obviously, I would never do that.
Who the hell's reaching out to you about that?
You know,
Yeah,
fucking maniacs. All those fucking funny guys
that's crazy.
coming in, yanking my balls and running away.
Oh yeah, it's just also it's like don't get it. But yeah, I mean, $300.
It really sucks.
You should sell them for $300.
Yeah. No, it really, you sound like my agent. 35 and 45 is so low. It's like, no.
Yeah, no, you'll
enough.
never get the credit for that
That's
either.
enough.
You'll never get the credit.
Never will get credit for
No
that.
one ever. They don't think
cares.
about it. They don't think about it.
No one cares. I was like, what's the lowest people sell tickets for that are doing theaters like this? I want to be the lowest.
If I
No
know
one
I'm
gives a
going to
fuck.
theater and someone hits me at $40, I'm going, nice. In my head, I'm going, it's going to be $80.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
If I go to a theater, I don't know. Even if I go in there, I'm like, there's a part of my head that's like, you piece of shit.
Maybe
you
I'm
know?
dumb.
I assume the fees are going to be like $45 or something.
Yeah,
Maybe I am dumb.
people's champ. People's champ.
Yeah, but no one cares.
They
No one
don't.
even
They
realizes.
don't care.
Yeah.
You could
No
double
one
your net
realizes.
worth now
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
have 10 dudes be like, you piece of shit,
Yeah.
fuck you.
Yeah, fuck. But yeah, they're
90%
scalping
of
shit.
It's nice, but it is
haven't
nice.
been-
It's
The
a nice
scalping
sentiment.
shit sucks.
Yeah, they buy up bunches of tickets.
They buy a bunch of tickets. Yeah, and no one cares. No one's making. Ticketmaster's making
Probably
money
your
off
agents.
of it.
Probably your agents.
Maybe. Because there's a thing you can do where I would get that money. There's like a thing with Ticketmaster as the artist. You can do this thing where whatever the ticket sales are, you actually get that money. Mm-hmm. And they keep trying to get me to sign up for it. And I'm like, no,
I see.
I
what
will
you're
not be a part of this.
saying. Yeah.
And they're like, why? Who cares? They're spending the money either way. It might as well go to you.
Yeah.
Like, no,
Yeah.
I have principles.
You do have
And then
you're a principal
everyone's-
man.
And then everyone's calling me a dumbass.
No.
Everyone
Yo,
is. The
principles are
fans are
good.
saying, you fucking dumbass.
That's how
And then-
fucking villains are made, dude.
And then my agents are going, you dumbass.
No.
all
have
around.
principles. I need to get some.
You need some principles.
I'm
tell you why.
desperate. I'm desperate for principles.
You know what a nice principle is? Admitting when you're wrong. Hot dog.
Cut that. Cut that out.
Join the Patreon.
Oh, dude, we might do the history too.
Oh,
we got a
in the
little crusades.
Patreon. In the Patreon, Matt's prepared a nice little history lesson for us.
Yep, Fall of Jerusalem.
Oh, Lemaire, yes.
Get up in there, Lemaire.
You guys know March 2nd, March 3rd, March 4th. If you're in Virginia, I'll be around there. Yeah, please come through.
Say it faster. Say it faster so less people can understand you. What was it?
If you guys are around March 2nd in Virginia, Blacksburg, Virginia, March 3rd in Portsmouth, or March 4th in Richmond. Come
Nice.
through, yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
And Guard Dog, you just started a new podcast, huh? Ooh. Yeah, everybody check out Guard
I have
Dog's
a
new podcast.
The show at the stand tomorrow. Please come to that.
What's the name of your podcast?
The super ultimate audio visual experience.
That's good.
It's a thrill.
It's a thrill.
I'm gonna see. I'm signing up for the page right now.
I already,
Thanks,
yeah.
man.
I think I did. I think you and me have the same Patreon. We're signed
Yeah,
up.
we're on like a PayPal
Yeah,
or something.
we're
yeah.
signed up on his.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Yo, send me the link, dude.
Goodbye. Join our
Goodbye.
Patreon and listen to Matt
Sayonara.
talk about the Crusades.
Yes. It's about his like brother's dead body that's just charred up in the middle of some field.
Jesus
Pretty
Christ.
great. It's a beautiful book though.
Yeah.
Very nice.
He embraced Eastern philosophy
Yeah.
and Buddhism, and he was like the first major religious heavyweight in the West to do that. So that his writings are actually still pretty popular.
Yeah. So either way, that's why I'm in a very light mood. I finished it last
Buoyant.
night.
Thomas Merton has made you buoyant.
It has. He's lifted me above just this absolute terrible society that we're all trapped in.
Well, I'm sure our discussion will bring you back down to earth.
Yeah,
and,
let's talk Diddy.
Put you in the seventh circle of Dante's Inferno.
Yeah. So you did a deep dive on the Diddler himself.
P. Diddy, yes. You know, it's kind of interesting. I like to stick to facts.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been watching people talk about P. Diddy, and some guy says this, and there's just been this rabid speculation. And then I think I've even seen the Illuminati, that he's part of the Illuminati or something like that.
That's Jay-Z.
And yes. And so I decided to take a deep dive into P. Diddy. I got his lawsuits, the 5 lawsuits that were pending against him. I read them. And 2 of those lawsuits were initiated by women who were minors at the time. I mean, he was really into roofing young girls.
Yeah.
And molesting them. And one of the girls that he roofied, he took video of him doing a Bill Cosby on her, and then showed it to a bunch of his friends after. And so he's kind of a nasty piece of work. But all his homes were equipped with hidden cameras.
Yeah. Remind you of anyone?
Yeah, really.
So people are comparing him to Epstein. Now it's going to be interesting because I believe that he's going to take the fall for a lot.
You think he's going down?
I think he's going to take the fall for a lot of people because there are. I mean, he was
very unlike Diddy, though. He let Shine go to.
True. Well, actually, that was like almost like a real trial. Yeah. I think this one's going to be very carefully choreographed, and some other, like maybe his sons may go down. I mean, his sons seem to be rapists too. So it's kind of interesting. But where the 2 interconnect, it's kind of, which is what I found out is Damian Williams is the U.S. attorney for the Southern District of New York. And he was the one that covered up the Epstein trial. Mm-hmm. His district oversaw that investigation, and they only called 4 witnesses. And those victims had only been molested by Epstein and Maxwell. They didn't call any witnesses that were molested by any of the power brokers that Epstein was pandering to.
Is this the original trial where they sealed it, or his most recent one?
No, the last one.
Okay,
actually, Maxwell's trial.
Gotcha.
He was going to prosecute Epstein too, but Epstein, his death kind of precluded that.
True, yeah.
But yes, that trial was totally choreographed, and it was a total fix. I mean, Maxwell should have been indicted on multiple counts of child trafficking. And the procurers should have been, they could have done a RICO with it, where you get the procurers, you indict them on 10 counts of child trafficking, they're looking at 1,000 years, and then they roll over on the big fish. And that did not happen in that case at all. They kept it very tight, and only Maxwell was the one that went down. Now that guy is the guy, and because it's kind of strange that P. Diddy's homes in LA and Miami were the ones that were searched, but that search warrant emanated from the Southern District of New York, Damian Williams. So he's taking the helm of the P. Diddy
he's in
case.
control of all. Yeah, that's
And
kind of nuts.
So that's why I know that the fix is in with P. Diddy. But this is also interesting. Damian Williams went to Yale Law School on a grant from the Soroses.
What?
And where it gets a little interesting is Peter Soros, their kid, is in Epstein's black book, and he's circled twice. Now, being circled incriminates you because the house manager who ripped off the black book circled all the people that he thought were in cahoots with Epstein, and Peter Soros is circled twice. So that's kind of a conflict of interest, but I don't think that really matters.
So why are the penalties so low? So she got 20 years, right, for trafficking kids?
Yeah.
Because if you look up, you hear about guys molesting kids, they get out a lot of times. Like, did you see the Nickelodeon thing?
Yeah.
Well, they would get out after like
Pickle
6
Boy?
Yeah, Pickle Boy. They would do. Why?
Boy.
How is the
Free
law
my
set
man,
up?
Pickle Boy, dude. Free my man, Pickle Boy.
Roof him, dude. Put him under the jail, dude.
Yeah, he's back.
How is it that the penalties are only like 6 years for that versus like you would think like
Dude, we were watching. We watched Zodiac last night. The alleged Zodiac killer, Lee Allen or whatever.
Yeah,
he got in the middle of being the Zodiac allegedly.
Yeah,
he got arrested working at a school for molesting children. He went to jail for like 3 years.
Yeah, why is the penalty so low for that?
Got out, went right back to writing Zodiac letters and killing people. Anyway,
jerk.
Yeah, you get like 10 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I have no idea why the law is set up that way. You would think, like I always say, like, who would you rather live next to, and that should be the law. How long you go to jail for? Pedophiles, 100 years.
100
years.
I mean, it's
not 4.
It's a 15 to life sentence. So I'm sure that if you're living in a trailer park and you molest a girl, that they'll put you away for life. But it's a little different with the people that run our world, I guess.
Or it's a life sentence to live with your mom. I think that's the life sentence. Life sentence, your mother's basement for the rest of your life.
Yeah, you gotta go home.
I would off myself
grounded.
before that happened.
You just get grounded, I guess, if you're a pedophile. But yeah, that's crazy. Maxwell was like, she was famous for it. You'd think they'd make an example out of her for a long time. You were saying she's in a dormitory now?
She's in a dormitory. And the dormitories are generally for people that have done time and been exemplary prisoners and are about to get out. But she's right in a dormatory now.
That's crazy.
And she got how many years?
She got 20 years.
Do you think how many of those do you think she's serving?
Well, in the Fed system, I mean, not that this is going to really count.
Yeah.
In the Fed system, you've got to do 85% of your time. So she should end up doing like 27 years or 17 years.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I mean, she kept her mouth shut, and she's got a lot of money that's waiting for her. And I think that was kind of the deal. This is just my opinion. My surmise is they sat Maxwell down. They said, Ghislaine, you've done some really good stuff for us. You've enabled us to blackmail a lot of people. But, if you keep your mouth shut, you won't end up like Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, you're going to have to do some time, but then you're going to have lots of money when you get out.
Yeah, maybe she'll have her own like Target line. She'll have like home goods Target line. Buy Ghislaine Maxwell.
I was thinking, I don't know if Target would stoop that. Maybe Walmart should have her own Walmart line. I'm a Minnesotan, and Target began in Minnesota.
True,
So
true.
I have kind of a special affinity for it. Although, what's kind of strange is I think Walmart and Target are kind of a jump ball, but as far as like quality and service and things like that. But people in New York actually have Target bags. It's almost chic to have like a Target bag. I've never ever seen a Walmart bag because someone using a Walmart bag in New York.
Yeah, they'll walk around. Usually they're homeless if they're walking around.
Yeah, if you got the Walmart bag, things
that
aren't
is
going
not,
well.
Yeah, that's not a Louis Vuitton purse by any means.
Well, actually, I saw a homeless guy in New York a couple of weeks ago. He had like 8 Target bags.
No.
So
he was doing well.
Homeless chic. Yeah.
Well, so the Diddy thing, you think Diddy's go? I wonder. I don't think Diddy thinks he's gonna go down.
Where do you get that?
I just think about it because they were saying they were like he could just flee the country, but I was like, I don't think he thinks he's gonna.
Somebody just told me that. They're like, Matt said he doesn't think he's going down. I was like, hey, is Matt fucking talking to him?
No, I'm just saying because otherwise you think he would flee, but if he's, I don't know.
I think he is. I think the boys got him.
He invented the remix, dude. You think he's not going down?
Now that's a valid point.
Because otherwise, he has the means to. He's a flight risk. He could take off.
I would think that there's a eye in the sky on P. Diddy.
I think it's like, okay, that makes
I think
sense.
the people that raided his house are
Yeah, true.
pretty powerful.
True.
I think they got a good location on that guy.
Yeah.
They're like, we know you got blackmail stuff. That's what I heard. I heard they raided the house to get the
blackmail material.
Yeah.
I mean, the same thing happened with Epstein, where they drilled his safe and they pulled out hundreds of DVDs.
What?
And I've done freedom of information requests on. I didn't, of course, want the DVDs because who knows, what licentious, nefarious things they're filled with. But I did ask for reports on the DVDs.
I've been having a tough time getting Pornhub down here. I might need the Epstein DVDs.
The box set.
The box set, dude. Get the portable DVD player going in the bathroom.
Well, if I ever get the DVDs, I'll
toss me the good ones. Toss me the good ones.
So
scrub the bad stuff and
get rid of the bad stuff.
It's kind of funny. When Epstein died, the Fed said the case was closed.
Yeah.
So then I put in a FOIA for the reports, and then they said the case is ongoing.
Oh, really?
And then I did it again. I don't know, about 3 months ago, and then again they said the case is ongoing. I mean, the guy's in the ground and rotting, but the case is ongoing. So.
Trying to see that Stephen Hawking. So I'm trying to see
I
him
want to see Stephen
thunderclap.
Hawking fucking
That would have been tough, I think.
Reverse forward. Just
back that thing up, dude.
Maybe
back it up, Terry.
Hawkins might know some stuff about physics that we don't have a clue about.
True.
So, yeah,
True.
You never know.
Sexually, he could.
Yeah,
get a little wormhole going.
yeah, that's kind of crazy. So he got. So Diddy, I know who was implicated in Diddy's was Cuba Gooding Jr. got hit pretty hard. Everyone thinks Meek Mill was involved just because he was like, they named basically his circumstances. But what was like the worst one? Because I knew he had the case against Cassie that you're saying he had the underage people. Then there was
Little
the
Rod.
producer. Little Rod. That was the most fascinating one.
That was the last one. And Little Rod, I mean, it's kind of interesting because they've done 3 addendums. His attorneys have done 3 addendums to his initial statement. And each one is getting more salacious and nefarious.
Because the first one was pretty bad. That was
the
was
first
Little Rod with Cuba Gooding?
What's that?
Yes.
Was he the one that
Yeah.
Cuba got?
Yeah.
Yep. Cuba got him.
More like Cuba batting, if you ask me.
It's kind of interesting on that link that I sent you. It's
Come on, this is all I got.
the link that I sent you. It was Diddy and his kid Justin took a rapper. We only know the guy's name is G, and took him into the bathroom, and then multiple shots rang out, and then the door opened, and G just happened to be bleeding from his abdomen, and Diddy told Jones, don't say I had anything to do with this, and I got to leave and take off. And then Jones was taken out. It was at Diddy's studio. Jones was taken out of the studio, and the cops were called. And I've got a news article that says that G was shot outside the studio. But Jones took pictures of the bathroom.
Of the blood in the bathroom.
And
I saw that.
There's a bunch of blood in the bathroom. Yeah. So I think that shooting people, that's probably against the law too. It's hard. But Diddy's head of security, Fahim Muhammad, he was head of security for Michael Jackson. So there's a dude that knows how to keep secrets. And according to Jones, he's a fixer. He's really tied into the LAPD. And what's really interesting with that is, Michael Jackson was getting prescription drugs from all over, and he was using pseudonyms like Josephine Baker, and I think Jack London was one of them. But then Fahim Muhammad's name is right there as far as one of the people that was providing Jackson with drugs, and nothing happened to Muhammad. The doctor had some problems that was prescribing them, but nothing happened to Fahim Muhammad. So, and Jones maintains that he's like a superlative adept fixer, that he's got connections in the LAPD that can make either problems or people go away.
Damn. Damn. I think Diddy got too pumped on Empire. I think that might have been what happened. He might have watched Empire too many times.
Dude.
Freaked out.
Shoot a guy in the stomach in front of your son. Like, this is our empire, dude.
Well, the
This is how I
son's
hold it down.
busted. I heard the son is like for sure getting busted on one of the things.
last lawsuit is against the son.
Yeah.
And it was Diddy rented a yacht, and some woman said that she had been molested. That the woman Diddy's implicated because the woman said that Diddy set up a environment where these workers were going to get molested, and this woman
Put him on a yacht.
Yeah, put him on a yacht. There's no way to go.
Yeah.
It's the implication.
Damn. Well, Diddy's going down. You heard it first. I didn't know. I was like, maybe they don't have enough solid stuff on him. So just a lot of it is like a lot of hearsay. But yeah, it seems like he's going to go to jail. He's going to go there.
I think he's getting
Kells
Epstein.
is out, but Kells, Diddy. Damn. Think he's going to get killed?
Yeah, probably, right? If he does,
I don't know. They're going to probably give him the Ghislaine Maxwell talk. Well, did some bad things, and it all depends upon who he's compromising people for, because there's enough information that his homes had hidden cameras that I actually believe that his homes had hidden cameras. So I just don't think that he was blackmailing people for himself.
Yeah.
Now, what's really interesting is the guy that he started Bad Boy Records with is Clive Davis.
Mm-hmm.
And Clive Davis has an interesting criminal history. He was charged with not paying his taxes in 71, 72, and 73. He was head of CBS Records. And he was busted embezzling $94,000 from CBS Records. And the guy that he was using was a Genovese crime family named Pasquale Falcone. And how they intersected with, this is kind of interesting, how they intersected with Davis is Falcone was smuggling 22 pounds of heroin into the United States. And then they started looking at Falcone, and then they saw that he was doing these illegalities with Clive Davis. And then he also shelled out $250,000 for payola. That's giving kickbacks to radio stations, which is totally illegal. Yeah. But he did all these things, Clive Davis, he did all these things, and he walked. The dude never spent a day in jail.
Oh, then he teamed up with the Diddler. That makes sense.
And then he came out with the Diddler.
The feds said,
yeah, that was the connection.
We need you. We need the Diddler.
Damn.
So you've got it's an interesting alchemy right now with P. Diddy. You've got his head of security, who is a fixer, who knows how to keep secrets about child abuse. You've got Clive Davis, who has been busted on innumerable things and felonies and not spend a day in jail. And then you've got a U.S. attorney that likes to cover up child abuse. So it's a pretty interesting alchemy to see how those things all turn out.
What do you think about Jay-Z? Nothing on him yet at all?
There's a lot of innuendo about this person or that person. Like Diddy says when he was sued by his girlfriend, Cassandra, Cassie Ventura. According to Jones, he says, well, I've got enough leverage on Bishop T.D. Jakes to get him to go to bat for me and say I'm a good guy and nice guy. And now Bishop T.D. Jakes, he's got a real estate empire. I mean, he's got a mega church in Dallas, but he's got like a real estate empire. And now one person on Twitter said that he's gay. So then the next thing, everybody in the news
That's
saying,
pretty good, though.
yeah, and he's blackmailing T.D. Jakes because he likes little boys, or whatever. So
one guy calling you gay on Twitter, that might be the straightest guy on earth.
And the person said, well, it's right there on Twitter.
Yeah.
So now here's a guy that's worth millions of dollars, and he just did a deal with Wells Fargo that could be up to $1 billion in housing. So, and he's a preacher, which his being a media mogul and also a real estate baron. It seems a little at odds with preaching. I mean, not when you get to the evangelical side and you're on television, I guess not.
Yeah, mega churches are like basically businesses and stuff where you can, you just get a guy and be like, yo, fund me. I'm going to start 10 more of these things.
I got to meet Jim and Tammy Baker once. Not really the highlight of my life, but it was interesting. A friend of mine was an Herbalife distributor, and the feds busted him.
What? For what?
Dispensing Herbalife, marijuana.
Oh, he wasn't actually Herbalife, yeah.
This is before, I used to call it Herbalife. Now, but that reference is kind of lost.
He used to dispense Herbalife.
There was actually something called Herbalife.
I benefited financially.
There was actually something called Herbalife, but you guys are too young to know about that. When you get old and crusty like me, there's a lot of references.
I remember Herbalife. The guys, there was this couple that was standing in the back of the church, and they had pins that said "Lose weight now, ask me how." And they would stand in the back of the church.
At Catholic church? Yeah. Get them out of there. They're selling their wares.
I know. I almost flipped. They had tables. I would flip the tables. But yeah, it was this couple, and they had the guy with like a skinny guy with a mustache and the lady with 80s hair, and they were just standing in the back, and they looked great. I'll be honest. They were both good. Looking pretty slender.
Yeah.
So a buddy of mine,
Instagram. You had to just go stand in public and go,
lose weight.
I know secrets. There's secret drugs you can take. Everything will be better.
It was just a veteran, probably. Yeah.
Try crystal meth.
Yeah.
An herbal life together, you will lose weight. So I was visiting a buddy of mine in the federal prison in Rochester, Minnesota, which is kind of like a club fed. A lot of mafia guys end up there, and when you visit someone, at least in this prison, they put you in a little group, and then they escort you across this courtyard. And I was in the same group as Tammy Faye, and she looked like she does when she's live. She looks like maybe an Avon train wreck or something like that. I mean, she's definitely putting on her makeup with a trowel.
Yeah,
and I wondered why Jim Baker got. He was originally like 100 years or something. I mean, it was appealed and got knocked down, and she got nothing. But when I met them both, so I was talking to my buddy, and
what they did, they were like a mega. What do they do?
Well, they had a mega church, and
they got arrested.
Well, he got arrested for embezzling and all kinds of other things, and he was building like a born again. Damn. Yeah, there we go. There's
like a secretary from the Drew Carey show.
Yeah, it really is, dude. It's exactly that. That's crazy. Cleveland rocks.
So I was visiting my buddy, and then she came and sat next to Jim, and I was sitting next to my buddy, and he had this sinister grin on his face. I mean, there was something kind of malignant about him. And what I felt about Tammy was if you wanted to go to the bathroom, you had to go up to like this desk and they'd give you a key. And then, and I watched her go up to this desk. And the only thing I could think of, and I'm not trying to be disparaging here,
sure.
But the only thing I could think of is she's really a fucked up person. I mean, that's really what I felt. Honest. I mean, and he's sinister. And now he's got his own evangelical show again.
Oh, he got out, and now he's back to the same thing. So what was her deal, though? Was she there just to visit him?
To visit him, yeah. And she ultimately...
Herbalife. Just dumped out some Herbalife.
Did they get conjugals? Did he get conjugals in there? Maybe he was smiling.
Conjugals got... I don't think there's any more conjugals left.
They don't do that anymore?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, of course, prisoners have their own conjugal thing.
True.
But,
true that.
Of a certain stripe. But, well, so Jim Baker's got his own show now. And you would think with all that scandal, and I was also told that Jim, I probably shouldn't say this because it is derogatory and defaming, but I was told that Jim spent a lot of time on his knees when he was in prison.
Really?
Praying.
Yeah.
Damn, who told you that?
Some people that did time with him.
Damn.
So,
Probably, I mean, his enthusiasm was probably great.
True.
So now that I know these,
You got to take it out. Come out of this.
so now that I know these things about Jim,
Just anointing himself with the chrism, dude.
Running around after he gets the facial.
That is insane. I mean, again, I know what you're saying. You don't want to implicate yourself in any kind of negative smearing, but as just a joke, it's very funny for a mega church pastor to just be pulling it out of guys in prison.
Say your name, demons.
Be out.
Be gone from this man. Oh, Lord. Oh.
mega church pastors get into a lot of those problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all freaks.
Yeah, it's and I feel sorry for the people that believe in them and then ultimately end up giving them tons of money. And
Yeah.
there was an article. It was either Time or Newsweek did an article because Jim Baker would go out with all these prostitutes, and then he would have them do stuff. And
Yeah.
you know, and there was one prostitute that said, you know, I've got 2 kids, and I wouldn't let them near that guy. So, and here he is preaching to millions of people every Sunday.
Really? She was like, he was too.
I guess he's got some aberrations.
Yeah, some requests.
Time magazine and or Newsweek, I can't remember which one, really didn't delineate on those aberrations, but I think that we can, from the anecdote that I've told you about is stay in prison, I think we can maybe extrapolate.
True.
Well.
Yeah. Probably some.
All right, so final thoughts on the diddler?
I think he's going to go down. But here's the thing. Diddy just didn't have musician friends, but he was plugged into politics, not quite like Epstein.
Vote or die.
But
Oh,
even-
yeah, I forgot about
Yeah, he was old. He was,
Yeah, true.
and he also had a lot of sports people too. So going to his, well, he had regular parties and then he had what he called freak off parties.
Yeah.
And it's going to be interesting to see if any other people are going to go down. And the feds can be very persuasive. I mean, they can say, Diddy, you made a lot of money. I mean, we can take it all.
Yeah, true.
And put you away for 1 million years, and then, or else you can go gently into that good night, and you can keep your money, and we won't arrest half your family.
Damn.
I wrote a book called Confessions of a DC Madam, and it was about a guy who ran a gay escort service in Washington, D.C., and there was a CIA asset that would use his escorts to frame closeted guys. It was a blackmail operation. And here's the guy, he was a mortician.
That sucks. Just being a guy fucking a gay prostitute and then be like, gotcha. And be like, fuck. We filmed you.
That would for
So with Henry, he was a mortician, but he was raised in the southern corner of West Virginia, where people, preach with snakes and things like that. And so Henry moved to DC, and he'd been closeted this whole time. And then through a weird set of circumstances, he bought an gay escort service. And from a guy that was dying. And Henry is really brilliant as far as a marketer. So what he did is he opened up the yellow pages and he started calling all the escort services, which are generally fly-by-night operations. And if the phone was disconnected, he'd call up the telephone companies and he'd say, I'll pay for the arrears. So he ended up with like half the escorts in the DC yellow pages.
True arrears.
True, yeah.
Rear enders. Butt sex.
So his dying friend was like, "Yo, I'll sell you. I'll give it a fire sale."
It was actually
on a stable full.
It was
of
someone
gay
he
men.
met who was like a gay version of the Chippendales. Introduced him to this guy. So, and he just and there was a guy. Okay, so with Henry. Now, here's a guy that was running a gay escort service. I mean, all he was doing is running a gay escort service.
Yeah.
I mean,
And he was gay too. You said he was gay in the closet, and then he bought.
He's an innocuous guy. He's a very gentle guy, very quiet, unassuming. I mean,
Yeah, gay.
yeah, you would never know that If you just met him, you'd never know the kind of history he had. So he was indicted on 46 RICO counts.
Damn.
So he was looking at 395 years in prison. And this is what the feds said to him. Henry, we've used your escorts to compromise a lot of guys. And, we appreciate that. And we're going to make a deal with you. We can put you away for 295 years with all these RICO indictments.
Yeah.
And
that's in gay years or regular guy years? That's like 20 in regulars straight.
So they said, Henry, we'll give you a consolation prize. You keep your mouth shut and we'll only put you away for 5 years.
Whoa.
So he took the deal. But he was totally sold down the river by his attorney, who was Greta Van Susteren. I mean, what she did to him was pretty egregious.
What'd she do?
She basically sold him out to the government. Anything that the government wanted to do,
It sucks.
she allowed them to do. And she's a Scientologist. I don't know if you guys are, but she got Henry to go to like Scientology boot camp and get cleared. He actually, if
you got clear.
Once you're cleared, you get a blue cake, and then Henry actually got a blue cake. But then he had to go back and get sentenced, and
he got clear before he went to jail.
yeah, he had some time.
Got blue cakied.
He had some time to get cleared before he went to prison.
That's cool.
But that's what happened with him, is that he was made that deal, and I can see Diddy being made that deal.
Gotcha. That makes sense. He's gonna, the power brokers will.
Yeah.
I mean, how about people just stop being sexually impious and we wouldn't have these problems?
Speak for yourself.
I think in this day and age, that's kind of,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's possible.
Yeah, well, I feel like now they can just grab the web history off people. They can just snag your Pornhubs and be like, yo.
I'm really glad that I was a wild kid in my youth. And I'm really glad that smartphones weren't around in my youth. And YouTube wasn't around, or else I don't know if I'd be able to be a journalist, a respected journalist today. I mean, not that I'm that respected, but I'm somewhat respected.
You're on this podcast, so that's pretty good.
True. Yeah, no,
This is
being
where all the
plugged
respected journalists go.
being plugged into phone porn from 12 is like pretty wild.
Yeah, I've been reading about that. It severely messes kids up. That
Yeah, I would think.
Yeah, Gardini's young.
Yeah, Gardini's
He's
victim.
an absolute deviant.
But then the thing about Pornhub is they've been busted like nearly 120 times with minors. I mean, you would think that they'd get shut down after 10 or 20 or 30 or something.
Putting out vids of minors, basically. Or just like child labor laws, like having like data entry.
And actually, there's been some girls that were minors that have sued Pornhub.
From their stuff being out. Yeah, that's. Yeah.
Dang.
Everyone has to upload their ID, dude. That's what they do in Texas now. You have to upload your driver's license.
Yeah, I read about that.
I like that.
Not necessarily a bad idea.
Obviously, probably a good thing, but
Yeah, it's fair.
it's dampening my jacks.
Yeah.
It's put a real damper on my jacks. You just go on and you're immediately reminded of child sex. You're like, oh.
Yeah, true. You go. What do they say?
I
Like,
jack off to that. I don't need thumbnams anymore. I jack off to the governor's warning. I go, oh my God, this is bad.
there's so much porn behind this.
That's innovative.
Yeah,
Or you just end up jacking off to your own license. Like, fuck it.
this is a crazy photo. It doesn't even look like me.
The thing about it is, I'm sure you've got narcissists out there that do that.
I mean, yeah, especially your license photo. That'd be crazy.
All right, I think
That's supreme confidence.
we need to make the move, dude. We need to discuss the truth about Watergate.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on here?
The Truth About Watergate, that's my last book. Everything that you know about Watergate, the vast majority of it is a lie.
So Forrest Gump didn't break it up?
He played only a minor role in Watergate. It's interesting. What happened with Watergate, and there's been some really great books written about Watergate, but they're tomes, and they're very, very complex. and it's hard. I mean, you have to kind of study them. So my goal was to be the unified field theory of Watergate revisionist books. And what happened with Nixon is Nixon decided to do strategic arm limitation talks with the Soviets. And he also started to open up China for diplomacy, rapprochement. And he was doing this behind the backs of the CIA, the Department of Defense, and actually the State Department. And on his first or second day, Nixon didn't like the CIA, and because he felt that the CIA sabotaged him with when he ran against JFK in 1960. So Nixon, it was, I think, National Security Memorandum 2 was some kind of innocuous document that he issued his first or second day, where he said that the CIA, the Department of Defense, and the State Department will have no input whatsoever in any of my geopolitical moves. Basically, he was telling those three bodies just to go to hell, and he was going to do his own thing. And then he started making contact with the Russians, and then he started making contact with the Chinese. He'd been a Cold Warrior, and he saw that that wasn't working. He saw that containment wasn't working. And he just saw that we were spending all this money, and he just realized it wasn't, it just wasn't prudent. It would never work. So he started to do this, and then the Joint Chiefs of Staff actually had an espionage ring against Nixon. It's called the Moore-Radford affair. Thomas Moore was head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. He was an admiral, and they used Moore and they used Radford, who was a yeoman. That was the link between, because he was using the National Security Council. Nixon was to do all these moves, and Radford was the liaison between the Joint Chiefs and the National Security Staff. So Radford was stealing all these documents. And Alexander Haig was in on it too. And actually Haig plays a role in the demise of Nixon. So Haig was enabling Radford to steal all these documents.
Who's Haig?
Alexander Haig is, he's a general. He was the Joint Chiefs of, he was Nixon's chief of staff. And then he was ultimately the overall leader of NATO.
Oh, I would love to see.
And he's from Philadelphia.
Awesome.
Oh, nice.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's from Philadelphia.
Damn.
Go Birds.
So the Joint Chiefs started this espionage ring against Nixon, but the Nixon administration outed the espionage ring.
Oh, they found out.
Yeah. So then the CIA started to infiltrate the Nixon administration, kind of like Scarface at the end of the movie, where he's double-crossed the Bolivian drug dealer and all those assassins are coming. Okay, so that's what the CIA did to the Nixon administration. I mean, they just started inundating the Nixon administration from all different types of angles. And what's interesting about Watergate, it's a conspiracy within a conspiracy. Because McCord and Hunt, who are the two guys that were busted in Watergate, their goal was to take down Nixon. They wanted to take down Nixon. But there were two agendas at work. And this is actually my third book on sexual political blackmail, because at the heart of Watergate is a CIA sexual honey trap. And what's really interesting, so the burglars broke into Watergate, and there was a secretary from the Democratic National Committee named Maxie Wells. She kept photos of prostitutes in her desk under lock and key. And if you were a Democratic VIP, you would go there and take a look, and then these girls would be at the Columbia Plaza, which was a high-class apartment building. And the CIA had had video or film or whatever.
So you would just walk into this lady's office and she'd be like, check out these ladies.
I mean, I'm sure that there was some kind of secret handshake or code or something like that.
Gotcha.
Probably like, hey, I'd like a hooker. Is there one around? So
do you think these girls are pretty?
So John, the woman that ran that escort
I hear the
service.
cherry blossoms are beautiful this time of year. Oh, yes, they are. Yes, Senator.
I don't know if there was a lot of cherries at that.
Oh, yeah.
But
The cherries are gone.
I think cherries have been gone a long time. But so John Dean's wife, Maureen Dean, was good friends of Heidi Reichen, who ran that escort service, that CIA compromise escort. And actually, G. Gordon Liddy said that she was part of that escort service, and he was sued, but he managed to win. The first was a hung jury, but then he won the second trial. But anyway, so one of the burglars, Eugenio Martinez, had a key to the desk where the pictures were taken,
Oh no.
where the pictures were kept. And when they got busted, their photograph equipment was on her desk. So, but then there was another, okay, so that was the first conspiracy, and that was initiated by...
I'm sorry, when he used the key, did he get rid of those pictures and they were never
No,
found?
no.
what was he doing?
He got busted before he could even get into the desk.
Okay.
I mean, they were on them really quickly, and he tried to get rid of the key. He got the shit kicked out of him twice by Carl Schaffler. Damn, who was
Fucking Schaffler.
Carl Schaffler was the cop that was notified that the Watergate break-in was going down.
Why was he trying to take the pictures of the naked ladies?
I think that they wanted to take as many
Compromise the
pictures.
Democrats, or-
Pictures of whatever documentation, women, anything that they possibly could.
And this was a CIA guy stealing the ladies?
Okay, so
Yeah, let's
I'm confused.
hold on.
The lady's name was, what was the wife's name again?
Maureen Dean, John
Maureen
Dean's
Dean.
wife.
Gotcha.
Who's John Dean?
Okay, so John Dean was counsel to the president,
Okay.
and he was the guy that supposedly saw that that the Nixon administration was awash in moral turpitude and corruption.
Gotcha.
And he's the guy, he had a book called, it's actually a great piece of fiction. It's called Blind Ambition. And he was the guy that turned on Nixon in the Nixon administration. And then ultimately it was Nixon's word against Dean's word. But there's quotes or there's tapes of Nixon talking about Dean and Dean lying. I mean, Dean, he's a snaky guy. Mm-hmm. And Maureen Dean was very, very attractive. And John Dean, well, but she was good friends with Heidi Reichen. And what's really interesting is a number of people have thought that she was working as a prostitute for Heidi Reichen, or working with Heidi Reichen, running her prostitute gig. And now, John Dean's book was Blind Ambition, and Maureen Dean was Watergate, A Woman's Journey. And they both say that they met in L.A., that Maureen Dean was living in L.A. when they met. And then they had a torrid romance, and then Maureen Dean flew to Washington, and then that was it. She moved in with John Dean. Mm-hmm. But I found an article in the Washington Post where it's talking about her working for the government before that. So either they're lying in their books or the Washington Post is lying, because it's out of the, if you take that chronology in the Washington Post, it's because people have said Maureen Dean was a hooker, but it never made any sense to me because she flew back to Washington, D.C., and she lived with John Dean. She didn't need to be a hooker to make money. But according to the Washington Post, she was already in Washington, D.C. when she met John Dean. So with that timeline, it's definitely feasible that she could have been a hooker with Heidi Reichen. And plus, her and Heidi Reichen were very good friends. That's pretty much proven.
Gotcha. So what did they actually nail him for? So you're saying that Nixon, if I'm right or wrong, but I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but it's like Nixon's people had this prostitution thing going on, and they tried to expose that, and then he caught them trying to do that.
Okay, so what happened was Nixon didn't know anything.
He didn't know it was okay.
He didn't know anything about any
That's
of
kind
this.
of my question. Was
And actually, the top people in the Nixon administration didn't know about Watergate. They knew nothing about Watergate. And it was Jeb Magruder, who was the acting chairman of the committee to reelect the president. And it was John Dean that sent them in there to the Watergate.
And they were, the story I was always, they were just in there to steal what, Democrat like political plans?
Well, dirt.
They were just in there to get dirt on the
dirt.
on
The second
Democrats.
time, the first time, actually, there were two break-ins. The first time was dirt, or the first time was, any kind of documentation, but the second time was definitely dirt.
Okay.
I mean, that's why they had the key to Maxie Wells' deaths.
Yes. But
Now-
if they were in there to get dirt, I thought they were against Nixon.
Well,
A lot of those guys.
no, they were CIA guys.
Yeah.
All those guys were CIA except for G. Gordon Liddy,
Okay.
the crazy one, but they were all CIA. So the overt plan to get it for them was to get dirt. The plan that Magruder and Dean told them to do was to get dirt. Now, there was a second agenda going on there. Those CIA guys, McCord and Hunt, had infiltrated the Nixon administration, like those assassins in Scarface. And their goal was to get Nixon out of office. And they had the opportunity because that was that whole thing was a setup. McCord really hated Nixon, and Hunt didn't like him at all. And just to make sure,
They're going to steal him out of the office?
What's that?
So they're going to kidnap him, steal him out of the office. So how are they going to do it, though? Are they just going to like plant something or just like look for bad
Or
stuff?
just intentionally get caught.
They were just going to see how it went
sure.
out. But then there's the media side of it too, which I can get into a little bit later. But with the CIA guys, they wanted the burglars were Cubans that had worked with the CIA before. But Hunt and McCord were actual agents.
Gotcha.
Now they were ostensibly retired, but they weren't. I'm in the book. I show that they're still working with the CIA. So the goal of Dean and Magruder was to get dirt on the Democrats, and some people have speculated that Dean wanted those pictures because his wife was in those pictures. I don't know, but that's what people have speculated. But the CIA guys, that was not their goal. Their goal was to incriminate Nixon. And so at the Watergate, the Democratic National Committee was on the 6th floor. And on the 8th floor was the Federal Reserve Committee or whatever it was, Federal Reserve. And now someone had broken into the Federal Reserve about a month before the first Watergate burglary. And the McCord really tried hard to get busted. So at about midnight, 6 guys in suits signed in to the Watergate at midnight and went up to the 8th floor, signed in for the Federal Reserve. But the security guard was like, I think he probably had the IQ of an avocado. He couldn't figure that out at all. So the second time they went in, there was a guy named Baldwin, and he called the DC police. And Carl Schaffler was he was a DC policeman, but he'd also worked for intelligence, probably a little bit of both. And he was a block and a half away. And then when the call came in, they went right to the Watergate, and then they got busted. And Nixon, so those were the two. It was a conspiracy within a conspiracy. The overt conspiracy was to get dirt, and then the CIA's conspiracy, the covert conspiracy, was to get Nixon.
And you're saying Nixon didn't even know about the
No.
get dirt plan?
Didn't have a clue. None of those guys did. And that's what they were calling each other. And they go, who sent these guys in? Because Nixon was way ahead of McGovern. I mean, he walloped McGovern. It was going to be probably the biggest landslide up to that point. Reagan's
Up till 2024.
True. Why did he get in trouble for people breaking in though? I don't understand.
What's that?
Why was he? Why? So he got in trouble.
So
for
we're
somebody
Nixon-
Yeah, they sent Watergate was just they sent people into the Democratic committee to steal shit. That's what he got impeached
got
for.
blamed for that.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. That was the how it was portrayed,
Okay, that makes sense. So that's,
and that's what Nixon left office for. To hit the fucking
Yeah, hit
No,
I'm
but
sorry,
what
I'm not.
happened? What he left office for was obstruction of justice, because Nixon. I mean, you listen to the tapes of these guys, and they're going like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
I mean, who ordered those guys to break in? Now, Magruder and Dean, who ordered them to break in, kept quiet. So those guys had no idea.
damn. So there was just like 9 burglars in the building, and everyone was
Yeah.
Spider-Man out.
But Nixon, his natural instinct was to cover it up. I mean, he didn't know why anybody broke into the office, or he didn't know some of the other crazy stuff that these guys had done.
Yeah.
But it was just his political instinct to cover it up.
Gotcha.
And that's where he
Makes
got
sense.
busted. Is he tried to use the CIA, and the CIA double-crossed him. He tried to use the CIA because the FBI launched this investigation, and they found leads to the Nixon administration because of Hunt and McCord. And he tried to get the CIA to play their national security guard to stop the FBI. Now, Richard Helm was head of the CIA at that point, and him and Nixon hated each other. When there would be a cabinet briefing or a National Security Council briefing, Helms was allowed to brief the cabinet members or the National Security Council, but then after that, he had to leave. I mean, Nixon had overt, they really hated each other. Now, Richard Helms said, no, we're not going to cover it up. But then Nixon said something about the Kennedy assassination. And actually, there's tapes where Nixon is grilling Helms. Who shot John? Who shot John? And so Nixon leveraged them with the Kennedy assassination.
Oh wow.
And then Helms said, okay, we'll do it. But he didn't. So, and actually the CIA provided more incriminating evidence against Nixon. But Nixon didn't know any of this stuff. All these machinations were just going on below the surface.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I had no idea. I thought he got like in trouble for like stealing stuff. I didn't know what happened. I thought like, he actually just stole stuff and got busted and was like, my bad.
I'm not a crook, dude.
Yeah, I'm not a crook.
The thing is, if Dean and Magruder hadn't ordered those break-ins, then Nixon would have.
That's what was tied to his, to get those
would have been-
pictures
And
of their wives, their hot wives.
Damn.
Their hot wife and they got busted. We gotta get those naked pictures of our hot prostitute wives out of there. Shit's about to go down.
Yeah.
well, at least they were
naked
adults. I mean, I got to give them that much. You know?
What?
They were adults.
True.
I mean,
Yeah, true. Yeah.
By today's standards, that was
by
that was
today's
above
standard,
board.
yeah.
Yeah, it was actually very nice of them. Very chivalrous.
So they wanted Nixon out because he was trying to chill out on the Cold War.
Well, he was befriending the communists.
Yeah.
And the Hawks and the CIA and the Department of Defense hated the communists.
Nixon's always portrayed in like modern, every movie he's in, he's like a war hawk. Like he's always like, we need to nuke them now.
Yeah. Well,
Meanwhile, he was trying to de-escalate.
yes, big time. And he even told the Soviets that he was willing to relinquish Vietnam.
Didn't it end under his administration?
Yeah, Vietnam War?
Yeah.
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 I mean, he bombed the shit out of the Vietnamese
Yeah.
before he did
He
that.
gave that a shot.
But Nixon is kind of split personality. So he really worked hard to do a arms deal with the Soviets because he saw the nuclear escalation. And actually, he cut defense by 64% in his administration. And he did some positive, like OSHA, and he wanted to give health care for everybody, all Americans. He enacted some the Environmental Protection Agency. I mean, that was also a Nixon initiative. he did do some good things. Now we just look at him as evil incarnate. But but it was so. What was really interesting about this is Woodward and Bernstein were essentially the guys that the two reporters that brought him down, and they're the most pathological liars of probably anybody in the entire Watergate saga. It's really interesting. And Ben Bradley was the editor of the Washington Post, and he was a CIA guy too. So, and Woodward was also a CIA guy. Bernstein just wanted money for nothing and chicks for free. I mean, he blew all his money on prostitutes and coke. And he had a tough time after that. But Bernstein. And so what's fascinating, I mean, people think that those two are like the Mount Rushmore of journalism. And I mean, what's amazing about them is they're telling lies when they don't even need to lie. I mean, a lot of time they need to lie, and I understand that, but they're telling lies when they don't even need to lie. It's kind of amazing.
What were some of their most like egregious lies?
Deep Throat. Okay, Deep Throat was the guy that gave Woodward all the dirt on Nixon to take him down. Mm-hmm. Now,
why did he call himself Deep Throat, by the way?
What's that?
Why did he call himself Deep Throat?
That was back before it was really fucking, it really was. I remember even as a kid being like, why do they call him Deep Throat? I don't like that. Didn't they make a porn right away? That like popularized.
Did it really?
That being like, that's sexual.
Deep Throat.
Yeah.
There was a very popular porn movie called Deep Throat, and that's what Woodward.
Oh, he just named himself after it. That's pretty sick.
Oh, he named himself after it?
Well, he named his source Deep Throat.
Oh, okay.
Was the porn out before he named it Deep Throat? Or did the porn come from Deep Throat?
The porn was out, and then there was a Supreme Court battle over it, and then the porn, and then it was back in.
Damn, my political name would have to be Thick Latina Mommies.
The source, Thick Latina Mommy, is here. He's here to give us all his secrets.
Amateur Latina Mommies.
Stepmom Stuck is here.
Yes, the dossier. So he named himself.
Girlfriend Experience is here.
He named himself after a porn. That's crazy.
Right,
no, he didn't. Woodward named him.
He named him after his favorite porn.
Fucking sick ass.
That's crazy.
That's fucked up. If I was Deep Throat, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Because he was briefing other agents. They'd be like, my source, Deep Throat. Like, all right, dude.
And Deep Throat hid his identity, right? So
totally hid his identity.
You can't be like, dude, stop calling me Deep Throat. You just have to be like, fuck, I'm Deep Throat now.
But if you briefed all the other guys, you'd be like, well, Deep Throat. They'd be reading the thing like, dude, can you stop calling him Deep Throat, please? Mr. Blue is fine.
Yeah, Mr. Blue works.
But they rolled out a guy named Mark Felt who was severely impaired by Alzheimer's and said this was Deep Throat.
Yes.
And actually, I think Deep Throat was a composite. I think that Woodward was getting. I mean, Woodward's tapped into intelligence. He was naval intelligence.
Okay, so I'm sorry, for everybody that's not familiar with Watergate, Deep Throat was Woodward's inside source on all the stuff that broke to the Washington Post.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Woodward said that he had this elaborate system that he'd contact Deep Throat, that he would move this flower pot on his balcony. Okay, so his apartment faced a courtyard. So Deep Throat couldn't have just driven by and seen the balcony. He would have to go behind the parking lot. And here's where it really gets problematic. If Mark Felt was fired 6 months before the most incriminating stuff on Nixon came out, the tapes, and so he, according to Woodward's, I mean, no one said this, but he was driving in from Virginia every day, going behind Woodward's building and looking up.
Yeah.
It's total bullshit. I mean, it's
and there was never, and they never even found the identity of. So that seems kind of weird to me, to be a journalist and be like, I have a secret source.
Yeah.
And then write it as fact.
Yes.
That seems outrageous. You can literally make anything up and say, I have a secret source.
And especially, I mean, with all the lies that I catch them. And then it's kind of interesting if Deep Throat ostensibly wanted to contact Woodward, he would take the New York Times and then he'd put the time, a clock on whatever page, and then the paper would be delivered to Woodward. But the problem is, all the New York Times that went to that particular apartment building were just put in a pile.
Yeah.
they weren't. They weren't put in front of Woodward's door. So the whole thing about Woodward is, and what happened was, as Watergate started taking a toll on the Nixon administration, he had to start firing people. He fired his chief of staff, Haldeman. He fired his domestic czar, John Ehrlichman. He had to fire his attorney general, Richard Kleindienst. And Alexander Haig was such a great shapeshifter. He had been in that administration because he'd worked for Nixon, or worked for Kissinger at the National Security Council. And Nixon really liked him. Haig hated Nixon, but Haig was a really cunning sociopath. So he became Nixon's chief of staff, which was the biggest mistake that Haldeman ever made, H.R. Haldeman. When he got fired, he said, well, try Alexander Haig. And it was Alexander Haig that provided the really incriminating stuff.
Gotcha.
But here's the thing. Woodward and Haig lied. They said they hadn't met each other until 1973. And Woodward was debriefing Haig in the 1960s when Woodward was with Naval Intelligence. So that...
Woodward was Naval Intelligence
Yeah.
before he became a journalist?
Yeah. And here's what...
Free Nixon, bro.
Yeah, true.
So what's interesting is, and I'll tell you just how crazy the Woodward story is. So Woodward, he graduates from Yale, and he's accepted to Harvard Law School. And then he ostensibly goes to the Washington Post after he's been accepted to Harvard Law School and says, you know, I'd really like to be a reporter. I tell you what, I'm gonna, how about if I write for you guys for 2 weeks? And then if you don't like it, you know, you don't even have to pay me. And if you don't like it, then I'll leave. So that was the deal that was ostensibly made with the Washington Post. And then they put him, ultimately he ended up in the AAA system of the Washington Post in a weekly in Maryland. And he drove a Carmen Ghia. He lived in a very nice apartment. There's no way that he could, and I demonstrate this in the book, there's no way that he could have paid. Woodward was definitely a spy at that point.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. There's no way he was making enough
And
money.
then the Washington Post brought him back. And then 9 months later, he and Bernstein broke open Watergate.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
They tell all kinds of other lies, but Deep Throat is definitely the biggest lie that they tell.
Do you think the stuff happening to Trump now might be some sort of interference operation or what?
You know, I don't know.
You said it, brother. Yeah. I was waiting to ask, and I was like, I don't want to.
I was curious. It sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I don't. It's really hard to know with Trump. I don't see how that guy cannot be compromised myself. I mean,
but it does have the thing that reminds me of it is like the hallmarks of like JFK and Nixon, where it's like, let's de-escalate with Russia, let's de-escalate with North Korea and China. Like, why are we? You know what I mean? It seems to be that.
You know, I'm willing to keep my mind open on that.
Yeah.
His tax bill was probably the biggest redistribution of wealth that we've ever experienced in the United States in a short period of time. So he did help the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. He's also circled in Epstein's black book.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is pretty incriminating. And he denied being with Epstein, but an Epstein victim has come forward and said that she'd talked to another Epstein victim. They were adults, but that Trump had been kind of hard on the one victim. So
hard on how so?
Just a little rough.
Sexually rough.
Yeah.
I knew it was
I'm not-
dynamo in the sack. Dude.
I mean, we're not talking leather and S&M type stuff. you know?
You just put a hurting on a lady at Epstein's Island. Yeah, I would say, if you're on the, he was pretty good pals.
They were really good pals. And it's tough to know. He said that he heard that Epstein.
I heard he broke it off after the first one when Epstein got arrested in Florida.
Well, he ostensibly broke it off before then.
Yeah.
But I mean, Donald Trump has problems with veracity, so it's difficult to know.
Has there been any connections of him and Epstein after that? Like when he said they were done being friends?
He took Epstein's plane.
After that?
Yeah, after that. And he was also visited Epstein's house. A deposition from Epstein's brother, Mark, talks about that.
Damn.
So he did lie. Trump did lie about that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. With Gates, and Gates revisited him too, didn't he?
Well, here's the thing with Bill Gates.
Yes.
The media cover story on him is that they met in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
The Evening Standard did an article on Epstein in 2001. And according to that article, Gates and Epstein were doing business in the 90s.
Damn.
So there's a lot that's been covered up about Epstein. And there's guys like me that really want to get at the truth, but the government and the media are just fond of kicking out salacious details. And it's really hard to get to the truth because there's been so many lies. But when I think about Trump being prosecuted or persecuted, you know, I do think about Nixon being persecuted. I believe, you know, here's the thing with Nixon. He wanted to de-escalate the arms race. He wanted to open up China so he could use China against Russia. I mean, that was his thing, and it was working for sure. But then he backed Pinochet, who was a genocidal dictator. He backed Suharto, who was a genocidal dictator, and then Pol Pot. The Chinese were down with Pol Pot, and he wanted to appease the Chinese, so he tacitly backed Pol Pot.
But was that CIA doing that, or that was him?
That was Nixon.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the CIA ultimately did things that enabled it.
They got it done. Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
with Nixon, it's not. The media has sold Nixon as good versus evil, but it's not quite that simple.
Yeah.
And the media has also said that it was the left that toppled Nixon when it was actually the right that really had the means, motive, and opportunity initially. I mean, eventually the left got involved, but after the right had inflicted a tremendous amount of damage on him.
Dang. Yeah, I had no idea. I never really asked. I didn't know much about Watergate. I thought he just got caught doing something kind of bad. And
everything that, like I said when we started, everything that you know about Watergate is a lie.
Damn.
Just about everything.
Shit.
Let's take a pee break.
Yeah, I do have to pee really badly.
Quick break.
Quick break, yes.
It can be easy. Hey, I'm Josh. Eat your chicken, dude. It can be easy to ignore our social battery and spread ourselves thin, especially with social gatherings picking up after the winter. What's the right amount of socializing for you? How do you recharge? Maybe you thrive around people, or maybe you need some more time alone. Therapy can give you the self-awareness to build a social life that doesn't drain your battery. Personal endorsement. Golly.
Yeah, man. You got to fucking figure all these questions
You
out.
got to answer these questions. Otherwise, you're going to spread yourself.
Yep.
Last thing you want is to be spread. You don't want to be spread, dude. Have you ever been spread?
Yeah, you be careful. No, thank God I wasn't
Right
there.
now, I've been spread. Thankfully, I've been home lately, but I was
Sure, yeah,
spread.
you
I
get
was
spread out, yeah.
gaping in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, true. I'll spread myself out a lot of times, family, and then I'll just...
Spread yourself in front of your family. Yeah. At Thanksgiving, you come down, you spread in front of everyone.
I'm like a turkey on the table.
You can just lay down, put an apple in your mouth, and just spread. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient and flexible, and suited for your schedule. Just fill out a brief. It's so funny thinking of them getting this ad reads. Brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. And you know that's something me and Matt love the most about BetterHelp.
True.
Find your social sweet spot with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/MSSP today to get 10% off your first month. And that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/MSSP. Dude,
That's what I'm talking about.
Think about your dad coming down at Thanksgiving and fucking spread himself.
I just like to switch up. They're like, you're narcissistic, bipolar. I go, next. Try again.
Nope, wrong.
I demand another. All right, here we go. Ever experienced the agony of harsh smoke, throat burning, or coughing attacks when smoking cannabis? The struggle is real, but the solution is chilly. That's right. I'm talking about the smoothest way to light up, and that's with Freeze Pipe. Freeze Pipe makes a unique line of freezable pipes, bubblers, and bongs that are 80% colder than using ice cubes to chill smoke. The magic is in freezable glycerin. The magic is freezable glycerin chambers that come on every piece. Simply, pause.
Is that what?
Simply pop the chamber in the freezer for 1 hour, and as smoke passes through, it's instantly chilled by over 300 degrees. So every puff arrives ice cold and cough free. Yeah, I mean, dude, we can joke around all we want. Those things cool down smoke. You can't deny it. It is what it is. Those are just the facts. American owned and with over 100,000 happy customers, Freeze Pipe uses the thickest glass and market-leading glycerin chambers for a smoother experience you have to feel to believe. Ditch harsh smoke forever by visiting thefreezepipe.com and use code DRENCHED for 10% off your order. That's thefreezepipe.com and code DRENCHED for 10% off. Shop today for free shipping and smoke like royalty without paying a king's ransom.
Lucy is made for your nicotine routine and delivered straight to your door. It's 100% pure nicotine and always tobacco-free. You can choose your preferred form, pouches, breakers, or gum, and you can choose your strength from 2 milligrams to 12 milligrams. 12's a lot. And I'll tell you what, I know some hockey players that would like that.
Oh, yeah.
Flavors include mint, apple ice. That's the hockey player's favorite.
True.
Espresso, mango, and more. Save yourself from the weekly gas station stop and sign up for a monthly subscription, which saves you 15%, no commitment, cancel anytime. Avoiding the gas station stop is very nice.
Yeah, man.
That's big for Lucy.
Yeah, I might get in a fight.
Personal endorsement, I go to the gas station sometimes for my gas station fix. I don't like it. That's why I switched to Lucy, and I like Lucy.
Yep. You don't have to talk to any ruffians that might be hanging out there.
The ruffians there, yes.
Careful.
The product that sets Lucy apart is Lucy Breakers. It's nicotine pouches, but with a tiny capsule inside. That capsule contains a liquid flavor that saturates the pouch before it's even in use. Oh, fucking saturate some lady's pouch. Break it in with your teeth and boom, instant nicotine release when you need it. Let's level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/drenched and use promo code DRENCHED to get 20% off your first order. Lucy offers free shipping and has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. Lucy.co and use code DRENCHED to get 20% off and always free shipping.
Straight up.
Here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Shit. Oh, please. Also, this week I'll be in Las Vegas. Please come. Wise Guys, Las Vegas. Go to mattmccusker.com for tickets. Yeah, and there's a bunch of other shows. Please come. Bye. Yep.
Just don't even ask. Stick your fucking beak in the camera.
Oh, sorry. That would be quick. Me, Lemaire, and Nate's show is on May 7th at the Creek in the Cave. If you're in Austin, Texas, please come.
Those have been really fun shows.
Yeah, they
they've
are.
been great. The
And
next
now
one's-
Nate's with you guys.
Nate's with us. It's a 3-man team now.
You guys are, yeah.
Pause.
Resume.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Don't ever backtalk Matt
sorry,
like that
sorry,
again.
Matt. Sorry. And please come to Raleigh. Good Nights in Raleigh on June 6th. Thank
Oh,
you.
God. Now we got a big shot touring comic.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I wish. Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye.
Yeah, before we get into the Watergate stuff,
Yeah, we'll do this as like a precursor almost. Almost. There you go. We'll do it as a precursor.
yeah, because a lot of the Fuck. A lot of the people listening to this are young men that just young men that have never really heard of Watergate or have just a brief summary of some names and what the overall scandal, or at least is portrayed as.
The official narrative.
Okay, the official narrative with Watergate is Richard Nixon sanctioned Watergate, and the burglars got busted, and then Nixon tried to cover it up, and then that's ultimately what he was taken down for, is obstruction of justice.
Okay.
But the real Watergate story is Nixon didn't have a clue that those guys were breaking in to the Watergate. He had a couple of guys on his staff, Jeb Magruder, who was acting chairman for the committee to re-elect the president, and John Dean, who was counsel to the president. Those two guys sanctioned the Watergate break-ins. And the burglars, G. Gordon Liddy and was the only one that wasn't CIA. All those burglars were CIA guys or CIA assets or had been CIA assets. G. Gordon Liddy was the only one, and he'd worked for the FBI. So Liddy was the point man, and Liddy thought that breaking into the Watergate was coming from Nixon's attorney general, John Mitchell.
Right.
He had no idea that it was coming from Jeb Magruder and John Dean. So they sent the burglars in the first time to get as much information on the Democrats. Now, the Watergate was the sixth floor of the Democratic National Committee was on the Democratic National Committee was on the sixth floor of the Watergate. And the burglars broke in the first time, and they were looking for like Democratic strategies, things like that.
Gotcha.
And then they broke in a second time.
The first time they broke in, they didn't get caught.
They did not get caught. No.
And this was how long before the second break-in?
About 3 weeks.
Okay.
And then 3 weeks later, they were ordered to get as much dirt as they possibly could. And the Democratic National Committee was connected to a brothel that was a CIA honey trap. And what happened was the secretary at the Democratic National Committee had in her desk, she had pictures of a bunch of prostitutes.
Yeah.
And Democratic VIPs would check out the pictures of the prostitutes.
I busted doing that. So that was a whole separate issue. Yeah, so we got that one.
All right.
Yeah, we got that one.
I think we're good.
Yeah, so we got the preamble.
Let's fire it up right back to where we were, which was, what were we talking about? Yeah, Bill Gates.
Easy.
All right. We just got done talking about Bill Gates' connection with Epstein back in the 90s.
Yeah.
What bothers me about Gates, have you guys ever tried to get a hold of a human if you've had a problem with Word?
Oh, it's the worst, dude. Or, you know what happened one time? What happens is they'll do a thing where you'll just, like, an Indian guy will just take over your computer. Like, I was, like, moving my mouse, and my mouse would start going to the left, and I'd be like, what the fuck? And he was like, sir, please stop. Yeah, they'll just, if you gotta give them permission, they'll just get into your computer and start fucking going nuts on it.
You've gone through, I've never been able to.
It took a lot for me to get that, though. I was chatbot after chatbot.
If they got into my computer, dude.
Yeah, eventually.
They could ruin all of my total war campaigns.
Dude, you could
They could start a war with Russia, dude. I don't want that.
You know, here's what, there's a number of things that bother me about Bill Gates, but one of the preeminent things is he's buying all this land.
Yeah.
Why can't he put a call center? You know, on one of those acres. I mean, if he just spent a little of his money and made a call center in Idaho.
Or have the dudes like hoeing all the strawberries, the Bluetooth, and they could do two at once.
Yes.
Yeah.
See?
But not Billy. He's got because I'm a writer and I rely on Microsoft Word, unfortunately.
Dude,
and I had some problems with it about 6 months ago, and I desperately tried to talk to humans.
Yeah.
Can you find your Word documents that you save on the OneDrive? If I save anything on OneDrive, I can't find it. I don't know where it is on my computer. Sorry, this is we don't have to talk about.
No. Well, I mean, I can try to give you. I can try to give you some tips.
I can't find the file afterwards. I'm stumped. I'm currently stumped. I try to send. You
lost your files.
I just try to like they're there, but then I try to email them to someone as an attachment, and it's just like, where is it?
You need a call center.
I do.
You desperately need.
You got to let the engines into your computer, and they'll just start.
Yeah, they'll get it.
They'll get in there. Which I don't know how it even got in there. That was kind of nuts. I was like, what? Get out of my fucking mouse.
I mean, Gates wasn't making enough money selling Microsoft Word. Now we have to rent it, and then
yeah, the suite.
There's no call center. I mean, you know.
Yeah, that might be his most, honestly, out of everything he's accused of. That might be the worst.
Was he ever accused of laying with ladies at Epstein's?
He's been outed that way.
Yeah,
not with Epstein, but with some other scenarios.
Okay,
but if he's been outed in other scenarios, I mean, why wouldn't?
Why wouldn't he do it?
Then his wife was the one who like blasted him on the Epstein stuff.
Actually,
which is
according to the media, she left him
because of it,
because of the Epstein stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
But he and Epstein went back to the 1990s.
Damn.
Instead of 2011. There's so much bullshit that's been manufactured about Epstein, and so much salacious dirt. It's really unfortunate. You've got a guy that trafficked children for 25 years, and our media, no one in the mainstream media has called for any justice for any of those victims.
No,
well, it became right wing to even care about it.
That's not for sure.
What happened. If you care about it, also
that's a big thing we talk about a lot on this. Is like we don't do anything about it. The only thing you can do with Epstein is just on a podcast be like, "The fuck?
Yeah,
what was that?
Yeah, true.
They killed him. We knew they were gonna kill him.
Yeah,
and he trafficked kids, and no one. Yeah, that's as far as we get.
There's a couple of things with Epstein that people just don't know. Okay, there's the Epstein Victims Compensation Fund that where a lot of Epstein's money went, and 225 victims applied for money. 150 were given. 150 were given money, and 8 decided not to take the deal. So ultimately, 142 were given money.
Damn. Can you imagine being cheap with that money?
But think of all the girls that he trafficked. And only 225 were come forward. But there's a couple other things. If you take any money from that fund, you've got to sign an NDA where you cannot name any of the perpetrators. And also, I know 2 psychologists, and one of them is very eminent. She's in the world of psychology, she's quite the superstar. She's counseled a woman, and then another psychologist is counseled a woman. They were under 10 years old when they were trafficked by Epstein. And one actually described Epstein's home and then talked about a park that was by his house and a number of things. And she was under 10 years old. And then I know of one other, I mean, these 2 psychologists I know pretty well, but then I know of another account too that I've been told of another account from someone who's, I think, legitimate, but I just haven't been able to corroborate it. So you've got the Epstein Victims Compensation Fund is a huge cover-up tool.
Damn.
It's being used to do what the government can't, to get these girls to shut up. And you've got to, and according to the government and the mainstream media, the youngest Epstein victim was 14 years old. So if you're going to apply for that fund and you're younger than 14, they're not going to give you any money. And we have no idea of how it works. We have no idea what the criteria is. It's behind it's in a black hole essentially.
It's weird that they're not, why would, like, I mean, it's not weird. We know why, but it's clear it's a cover up. They're not being open about anything. This should all be, like you said, you filed for Freedom of Information Act and all that. This should be public. right?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's like, what's the point of being like, we can't tell anyone what
Pretty
happened?
useful to know, in
Yeah.
terms of like voting for politicians.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, you raped a
Yeah,
kid.
did he rape a kid?
Yeah, you're out, dude.
We can't vote for you.
Yeah.
I wrote a book called The Franklin Scandal, which is basically Epstein is a carbon copy of the Franklin
Yeah.
Scandal. It was about child trafficking network. We talked about that the first time I was on your show.
Mm-hmm.
And this time around, I mean, I was on to Epstein in 2012, and I got his black book in 2012.
Yeah.
And I ultimately published it. Gawker helped me publish it in 2015, but it took me 3 years to get that book published. It's kind of interesting. Once the book was put, nobody wanted to touch the book.
Yeah.
And but once the book was published, the floodgates opened on the
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
And I started an organization, a 501c3 called Epstein Justice. And what we're trying to do is to get a commission formed to actually look at the perpetrators. We want the perpetrators to be accountable, and we want to know why the government is covering up child trafficking. We have two simple objectives. We want the perpetrators prosecuted, and we want the government to tell us why it's covering up child trafficking.
Yeah, like why did they seal the original case when he got busted the first time? That all got sealed, didn't it? The very first case way back
Florida.
when.
A lot of that was sealed. I mean, I was able to get a lot of documents
Really?
from the police and also the feds. They're floating around out there. I mean, the feds, when Epstein was originally busted, the Palm Beach Police Department started investigating in 2006. And then about a year later, they they were going to arrest Epstein on 5 counts of child abuse. And they knew, they had statements from 5 minors, but they knew of 17 others. So there were 22 minors there. And then that case got taken away from them and it was put into a grand jury. And how grand juries work is a special prosecutor is chosen for a grand jury, and he's the one that presents evidence to the grand jurors who they're just regular citizens that have shown up for jury duty. And so grand juries have been notoriously easy to hijack because you just show them the evidence that you want to show them. So although, and the special prosecutor for the Florida grand jury, Barry Kirshner, he called one victim and skewered her, even though he knew about 22, even though law enforcement. Now, when it went to the feds, they had a list, and I've got that list of over 30 victims. And they didn't indict Epstein on 1 count of child abuse.
Jesus.
And it's interesting, a lot of your listeners might know this, but Alexander Acosta was the U.S. attorney for the Southern District of Florida. And he became Trump's labor secretary. And when the Trump administration was vetting him, they asked him why he went so light on Epstein. And he said, I was told that Epstein was intelligence and it was above my pay grade. He actually said that, and he's never denied saying that.
What?
Yeah, he said that.
Shit. That's
So
crazy.
Unfortunately, there's a rogue element of our intelligence that blackmails people. And it happened in Watergate. It happened in the Franklin scandal. And then it happened with Confessions of a DC Madam. So this is actually, Watergate's actually my 3rd book on CIA sexual blackmail. And I don't really want to write another one at this point. I mean, I'm kind of done now.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to start writing about fishing.
That'd be nice.
Fishing and picnics.
Fantasy, a nice like fantasy novel would be nice.
I think my mind is probably too dark for that, but given what I've exposed it to the last, I've been at this for 22 years, so
Yeah.
it's been kind of a slog. But Epstein Justice, every American knows that something is wrong with the Epstein case.
Yeah.
There's 3. If you've got a pathology, there's 3 ways. There's 3 phases. There's awareness, there's acceptance, there's action. And now we're at the point where Americans have to accept that the government covered this up. And then at that point, and that's a jumping off point for action.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, nobody believed that he could. I think you got to be pretty entrenched in like the TV news to be like, no, the police were going to arrest him and penalize him, and then he killed himself. It's like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
He did pick a convenient time to kill himself.
True.
Yeah. And the guards left and the cameras turned off.
And he got depressed, and he's like,
And he
what's
got
the
sad.
point? What the fuck's
He missed the guards.
And then his serial killer cellmate was taken out.
Yeah.
And
Damn, he had a cellmate? I didn't even know that.
what's that?
He was bunking up with the guy?
Yeah, with the guy that had killed multiple people. I think maybe the Bureau of Prisons was hoping that.
Yeah, that guy would get it done.
I mean, they're in pretty close. You're in pretty close proximity with a multiple killer. Multiple.
They're probably shaking his cage, rattling his cage, trying to get every day at lunch, be like, yeah, fuck you, pussy. You won't do it. You won't fucking kill anyone ever again. You're soft, bitch. Here, take this knife.
That's crazy. Yeah, he was there with a serial killer.
It's this guy was a former police officer who'd killed some people.
Yeah, those guys go rogue, dude.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if you could call him a serial. I don't know. A serial killer. I think he killed
He
like
was a
three
killer.
people.
Yeah, he was a
We
killer.
got one here right now in
I
Austin.
heard
In Austin,
about the
really?
Austin killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they found 2 bodies like last week.
Mm-hmm.
No one cares because apparently it's gay guys. So everyone's going, it doesn't matter.
They suspect he's gay because he only kills like young adult males
Oh,
that
okay.
leave like bars on Rainy Street.
And that's where you frequent.
That's not where I frequent.
Careful, Sean.
Sean, be careful.
I'll catch him.
You might catch him. You might, with
I'll
your
lure
wrestling
him
background.
in, yeah, and I'll catch him.
Did you ever hear about the
Pay me
lake?
that.
Bring him to justice.
My friend was telling me this weekend there's a lake in somewhere in Georgia called like not Rainier, some sort of lake where apparently it had something to do with like the slave trade back in the day and blah blah blah. But all these like younger kids will be partying on the lake and they just go under. And they'll ask their friends like, was your friend like hammered? Like, nah, I look fine. So there's the local lore that like there's these ghosts of slaves that are just like pulling down white partiers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude, I heard about that. I was like, damn, that's so scary.
That's very scary.
The ghosts
Get
of
your ass down. Get your ass down, motherfucker.
Better work on your breaststroke.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
Now, this is racist, but you'd think you'd be able to outswim. You think that's white's territory. You go, oh, we're in the water now, dude. You've entered the white's domain.
You've had your 5th white claw. And you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, that's a tough way to go.
Come here, boy.
A ghoul.
You're on a paddleboard. You're like, get off me.
Oh, shit.
My
Either way.
first major investigation was into a
I
serial
thought you
killer.
liked that.
I love it.
My first major investigation was I'm from Minneapolis and I
Sure.
wrote for the Weekly, and there was a crazy woman who she ran an organization called Whisper, and she tried to mainstream prostitutes, get them out of the life. But she was so crazy that it was hard to listen to her, and she was saying that there's serial killer killing prostitutes, but nobody really listened to her because she was so crazy. And then I decided, well, I'm going to look into this, and I was able to find, I think it was like 46 women, mostly prostitutes, that have been stabbed, strangled, or beaten to death in the previous 8 years. Yeesh. Now, law enforcement had denied that there was a serial killer, but then I showed them my list, which was really difficult to put together.
Yeah.
I showed them my list and I said, I went to the Minneapolis Police Department. I went to the St. Paul Police. I said, you guys really want to say that there's no serial killer? And then they kind of copped to it, but then it was a task force was formed.
Oh, wow. Did they ever get the guy?
In the wake of that article. No. They're really hard to catch.
Yeah.
If they're good. I mean, if they're stupid, you can get them after one or two.
Sure, yeah.
But if they're Ted Bundy or someone.
Was Dahmer in Minneapolis?
He was in Wisconsin.
Oh, okay. He's in Milwaukee, right?
Yeah, I can remember I was at this really nice little island in Lake Superior called Madeline Island. And the guys that I was staying with, they don't have like televisions or radios or anything. I mean, it's pretty rustic and it's really cool to do a lot of it. There's berry picking and fishing, all kinds of stuff.
It's awesome. Berry picking's nice. I did it this year. It's very relaxing. Pick blueberries. It was fantastic.
It's
Ate so many.
we were definitely picking blueberries,
That's nice.
It was awesome.
and I came back to civilization, and I stopped off at a diner, and that's when Jeffrey Dahmer had been outed, and I was reading the newspaper, and I thought to myself, "Welcome back to civilization."
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a cannibal.
But the FBI says that there's like 50 of them at any given time in the United States.
50 serial killers kicking around?
But I think that it's probably closer to 200.
Jesus Christ.
It's kind of interesting. Our culture, I mean, serial killers are in all cultures, but our culture seems to mass produce them more than other countries.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Well, what would be your insights into that?
About why we have more serial killers?
Yeah.
Because we're number one.
True. We're the best.
We're
Yeah,
the
we
best
are
at
the
literally
best.
everything. School shooters.
Yeah, we are the best.
We're number one.
Do we? So we definitely have the most serial. Like how far is our lead?
I think Japan covers them up. I think Asia covers them up and says, no, there's no murders here.
Yeah.
I think we got quite the head start. If it's a 50-yard
We
dash,
celebrate ours. They hide theirs.
it's there was
Russia gets after it, don't they? I think there's a lot of
that
Russian
Russian
boys.
Chikatilo who
Yeah.
killed in excess of like 100 people.
The guy here is, and he's putting them all in Lady Bird. He puts all the bodies in the same spot.
Really? I mean, that
Yeah, the
should.
cops just go and let's set up let's get some fucking
True.
trail cams out there.
Yeah.
It's not that you guys don't even have to wait outside. Just put a camera up.
Yeah, right by the lake.
Go, who's dumping sweet gardinis into the Ladybird lake?
He's looking at the camera.
Party boys. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. They got me.
Yeah, that's that
So
shit creeps me out.
has
man.
he? You would think that if they knew where he's dumping them,
You would think.
that would be
It'd be kind of easy.
put a camera there and.
What is it?
The United States apparently has had 3,615 total serial killers. Second place is Russia with 196.
Damn.
We're the best.
That's quite a lead. Yeah.
I think that also could do with
Could be
law enforcement
misinformation.
here.
Catching.
At least investigating. I think if you're, and this is starting in what, like the 60s, 70s is when serial killers started getting rowdy?
Yeah, I mean, they were happening before then, but
Yeah. But I mean,
But the-
like getting caught
yeah.
and being like in the news. We had media and people looking out for it.
We have more
You could be in the middle of fucking Russia killing people and no one would ever. You go village to village. They go, yeah, that guy's gone.
Chikatilo was doing that, though, the
Yeah.
Russian serial killer.
But
Yeah.
we have more
No,
like
it's-
shooters. We have more. I guess that's
Soviet,
because
yeah.
we have all them guns.
But the guns thing. What's interesting is Canada has pretty much the same amount of guns per capita as U.S.
Really?
and they're not shooting people like we shoot people.
That's interesting. I wonder what the hell it is. Red food coloring, red food dye. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe it is just.
Too much
I think
MTV.
it's
What's your theory?
Too much Beavis and Butthead. in
True.
South Park. And Marilyn Manson.
people eating McDonald's.
Yeah, I was going to say tuna
McDonald's.
chicken nuggets. I was just thinking the same thing.
You do go nuts if you have nuggets.
Dipping your fries into a frosty and you're just,
You go, I should kill that bitch. This
My-
reminds me of a knife into a hooker.
My theory on McDonald's, it's all made out of the same substance. It's just at different temperatures. Now, I could be wrong. It's Soylent Green. I mean, I should add that too. Would your generation know what Soylent Green is?
I've heard of it. It was that one-stop shop. Like you could just drink the shake and it replaced food, basically.
No, actually, it was a movie where
Oh,
the population had kind of escalated and they were recycling people. Vis-a-vis lunch, breakfast, and dinner.
they have a thing called Soylent that I swear to God it's like a meal replacement.
It was a Charlton Heston movie, actually.
Dang. It's kind of fucked up. They named their shake after that.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
It was before he became president of the NRA.
Damn. Yeah, I don't know. That is a mystery to ponder. Why would we have the most serial killers? Our rough competitive edge.
I bet we have the most of literally everything.
True. The best.
I bet we have the most pedophiles. I bet we got it on lock. Everything. Best slam dunks. Most slam dunks.
True. Everyone in their own way has to aspire to greatness.
You got to do something crazy.
It's true.
Well, what's interesting is the United States, I think, is the most spiritual country and the most material country. There's more spiritual options here than I think anywhere else, but yet there's also a rampant materialism.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe all that materialism begets that. You know, you go, why do I need all this shit? I need to find something.
Well, your materialism begot me starting a podcast. Yeah. So it's kind of interesting. I'm a really bad speller. I was really dyslexic as a kid, and I can't really spell. If it wasn't for spell check, there's no way I could have been a professional writer. Yeah. So I was at a buddy's place, and he had one of those Macs, and he put spell check on, and he said, and I watched the spell check correct all the words, and I thought, I got to get one of those. So I got a Mac, and then I moved to New York, and I'd covered this conference on genetic engineering, and I was writing an article about telomeres. They're like the egglets on the end of your chromosome. And every time a cell divides, the telomere shortens, and that's what determines your obsolescence. So I plugged telomere into her search engine. This was even before Google. And then there was all these hits on telomeres, and I got a bunch of information about it, and I was able to write the article. But as soon as I saw those hits on telomeres, I said, I got to get one of those. That kind of was a Freudian. And then I did your tits. And then I did your podcast, and you told me how much money you make, and I said, I got to get one of those.
You saw our tits.
You saw our sweet tits.
Hell yeah.
Well, let's get some closing arguments here. What are you thinking about? What do you want to close on? Watergate, Epstein,
future of the country.
I would say your listeners go to Epstein Justice and check us out, and it'd be helpful if you bought my Watergate book. Actually, it'd be helpful if you bought any of my books, and it's good to be back with you guys.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Man. Awesome.